Turn that up louder, huh?
Welcome to Talk of the Tavern.
I'll mute myself.
A little about us,
don't
where
bother.
you're at
We're gonna
home
talk.
interactive
Nobody's
weekly
watching.
GeekCon, all blended
I'm
with
gonna
wit,
move my
sarcasm, and
computer
a pub-like atmosphere. We're adults talking about adult topics and using adult language. We laugh and make jokes about almost everything. We don't intend to upset, but some folks have their feelings hurt easily. This is all done in humor in the style of the great offenders such as George Carlin, Red Fox, Lenny Bruce, Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, Wanda Sykes, Sam Kinison, George Lopez, Lisa Lampanelli, Chris Rock, and others. So grab your vice of choice, sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy yourself in the company of great people, hot toddies, and guests alike, because here we come.
Put that long day behind you. Good times lie ahead. With company worth keeping, that'll bash a smile on your head. Come on in, the door's open. You'll find just the finest folks here. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and lend our stories your ear. Cause we're the talk of the tavern. Here you're always welcome. The talk of the tavern. Promising beer and bedlam. The talk of the tavern. Music, medicine, then some. The talk of the tavern. The song's over. Here we come.
You're muted. You're muted.
Why did I mute myself? You heard me before. I must have scratched my face. As I was saying before, I was uninterrupted. I was uninterrupted. Because you let me know I was muted, so I wasn't any longer interrupted.
Now, what were you saying?
Welcome to Like Now. Thursday, April 12th. Talk of the Tavern. I'm working on it. I gotta get out like the whole date and everything for our one bot that's watching. Electrical Skateboard. Yay, everybody follow Electrical Skateboard.
Give them a little bit.
I know. They just got the email notification. Anyhow, Virtual International Pub, April 12th, where we don't have a topic and topics don't matter.
The topic is international.
Actually, I have a few things already that I'd like to talk about. And we can get right into it. Oh, wait, let's do a toast. See, I was going to go get wine and a wine glass because we washed 2 wine glasses from last night. I was going to get a glass of that. The cats.
What happened?
It's the cats. Anyhow. Also, I want to figure out bots. I need to know about bots for the show. What the hell are you people doing? Well, you cats doing over there? They are so playful and chipper today. They're like, spring is in the air. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, me too, and I'm sneezing.
Yeah, you're all spring is in the air. Squirrel looked at me funny when I did that.
Squirrel saw a squirrel on the porch.
And she did, didn't she? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Does this open a new page? So Mark Zuckerberg.
Are we doing a toast?
Oh, we are. Let me go get a wine or a beer or something. Give me one.
Oh my goodness, people! See what
kind of pint glass should I get?
One that you can hold liquid in.
Oh.
Don't ask me these things.
Okay. Well.
Have coffee.
You talk to Electric Skateboard and we'll be what? What?
I'm excited about my coffee. Go get your glass.
Why?
I'm entertaining.
Go. Be back.
Bye-bye.
Be back. Maybe I can put Squirrel on. I'll put the mic right in front of her.
Quick, let's talk about him. Who's in the chat room? Look, there's a cat. Yeah, it's a cat. Oh, you guys can't see that side. Different camera. It's horrible. So how's everybody? How's your spring? Get bits. Subscribe. You can watch videos for bits and throw them at us. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can use your Amazon Prime membership to subscribe to our channel at no cost to you, but we get money. It's great. Hmm. Yep. And we're waiting. He couldn't be ready before. What are we gonna do?
Is Squirrel still co-hosting?
I didn't know she was there.
Sorry. That's what it sounds like when the bodies hit the floor.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, my camera's weird.
Why?
I don't know. It's too close.
Oh, do you want me to show you how to adjust that?
I can't.
You can.
I don't know. I zoomed out.
Even in Skype, you did it on the Skype controls too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I told
Under
you
the
you could
video
do it.
controls.
Told you you can do it.
On the video controls.
I guess I need to mute my phone, huh? So I don't get.
Sure.
I'll leave it on the buzzy. That way, if somebody messages going, "Oh man, I wanted to be on the show today," we can have them on. Okay, let's see what we got here today. Oh my God.
See, it won't.
The hell is wrong with you? Why would you do that to people?
I'm sorry, people.
Your face was all up in their face.
I was messing with the controls for Skype. I told you it won't do anymore. So if I lean forward to type,
Mm-hmm.
right here.
Are you using like a different camera than normal?
No, I put a pillow in my seat
Now it's saying my video
to
is
make it
too slow.
comfy.
I'm gonna do this real quick. Watch this.
I really want to move everything.
What do you
What
want
are you
to move?
doing?
I'm fixing the video. It's saying we have a bad connection because we didn't reboot and everything.
What do you mean we? I was ready.
I was ready too. I just wasn't plugged in, get ready to go.
Mm-mm.
Type ready. I could go check the connection and see if there's like 15 things attached to it. Let's see, make sure I don't have my phone on. No, it's not Wi-Fi. The only other stuff it would be
You
is,
sound weird now.
yeah, bad connection.
Oh, it wasn't like that before. Quit messing with shit.
I didn't mess with
Stuff.
shit. Well, we can't swear on the international show. Hold on, let me go check.
Not unless it's international swearing.
Would you sing him a song or something? Just happy birthday. Keep him entertained. Don't let him go anywhere.
No, I can't do that. God, I gotta entertain people. He's asking for too much. It's coffee. It's not Starbucks coffee. It's in a Starbucks cup. But it's coffee I made in the kitchen. Yep, you're entertained. Right. There's so many viewers because I'm so entertaining.
Did you just sit here like repeating the word entertaining in different sentences while I was gone?
Now I showed him my coffee cup.
Oh, speaking of which,
It's hard.
so I wanted something international. And I'm like,
It
well,
sounds bad.
for the pub for today. So I have the coffee, and of course I have a bottle of water because I always keep a bottle of water around. But then I went, well, I'm going to do a beer because it's quick and easy and I don't feel like making something else, a gin and tonic. So I've got a Vienna lager, which is brewed here in Virginia. So, and then I went, well, let me get a glass plus 10 charisma. That's not very American, is it? So we'll call that international. Then I put a splash of lime in it. So I was going to get that wine, but I'm not much of a wine guy.
Okay.
And I didn't want to have something I absolutely hate.
Maybe it's my connection, but you sound bad.
No, it's my connection. I told you I have red lights here. I have red lights there. That thing was hosting that mystery Android thing again. It's not you. Here, let's do this. That'll be slightly better because Skype, once it gets a connection, it doesn't adjust it as that connection improves. Are you there?
Yeah. Can you not hear me?
You are so much more quiet now.
Hold on.
Before you were all loud and stuff.
That's because it says now my microphone is quiet. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Do you have the auto adjust thing in there? If you did an
No.
update, it might have put it in there itself.
No, I do not.
Okay.
It's just being a pain in the ass.
Okay, so welcome to everybody who's not watching. You bastards.
Huh. Yeah, right.
But it's going to take some time to growth. Yeah, I'm going to research bots today for the Twitch channel because there's things, when people follow it automatically type stuff into the thing. Thanks so-and-so for following. You've got a nose like a weasel attached to a potato or whatever you want to say.
Me? That's not very nice.
And
A beginner's guide to Twitch bots, a streamer's best friend. It's an article.
Yeah, I figured you had something to say about it since you brought it up.
That was the title. I had to, put it up. What are bots? If you're new to the world of gaming and streaming, you might be wondering, what are Twitch bots? Twitch bots are here to help you with chat moderation and variety of customized commands that viewers can access. It's your robotic moderator. They're not a replacement for a good mod, rather a tool to help you.
Yeah. But I didn't actually want to discuss that on the show or anything. That's something I have to research later today. After I finish cleaning up that story, get it sent off, and then I can bring my computer out in front of the TV, pull those highlights from the past 2 weeks. Giraffe is messing with stuff. Okay, let's do the opening toast. You ready?
Sure. Nobody can see Zazzle.
Can they see her now?
No, well, I was going to say just me because the other camera.
Oh, remember
I look on Twitch and it's different than. Yeah, I know.
there's cat
They
butt.
can see him now.
Right. Well, Zazzle was off.
Here. It's a cat butt.
Here's to us and nobody else because we're the only ones here. I think lemon would be better in this instead of lime.
Yep.
Hey, as soon as we get an actual viewer, I've got something I want to show them.
You can't do that on Twitch.
Yeah, I can. It's got an asterisk, if you know what I mean. So what I want to talk about, I'm on BBC News, and this will give us something to talk about. So BBC News has an article that came out today, and it's about the Facebook Cambridge Analytica data scandal. And it says, Mark Zuckerberg's dreaded homework. By the way, the picture for this was great. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, no, they gave me a different picture here. There was one picture that had, like, Mark Zuckerberg, and he had a face like... And it said something along the lines of... hold on a second. That look you get when you just wanted a way to rank girls' boobs better, but you end up placing a foreign regime on one of the most powerful countries on the earth, or something like that. Okay, so you know what the Mark Zuckerberg thing is about. You know who he is, first of all.
I know who he is.
Okay, and you know what he did.
Created Facebook.
Right. Well, he also...
Yeah, I mean, I don't keep up with it because I don't care. But go ahead and tell me.
Okay, well, there was a place in England, Cambridge. It's a college, I think, or something.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, the Analytica data, basically they were taking information off of Facebook and then using it to psychologically influence people during the election and something to do with Russia and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
That's because people are influenced easily. That can be a problem.
Oh, yeah, there's no... Giraffe, psst. I'm gonna spring your ass, boy. You like that? I got all like country daddy
See,
on.
they can't see Giraffe. I can see him in my camera.
I can move my camera over there, but then they get the blinding glare of springtime. Ah!
I'm just saying.
He answered me. Ah!
It's funny.
Anyhow, so
Okay, yeah, people are influenced because...
basically, they were collecting data on people who are not even on Facebook, who never signed a consent or privacy agreement. Shadow profiles, details of exactly what Facebook gathers on people who haven't even signed up for the service. It's always been a bit of a mystery. At Zazzles.
How did they do that?
I'm looking at it right here, and it says it's always been a bit of a mystery how they do that. Even apparently to Mr.
Oh.
Zuckerberg, he testified he didn't know the term, but acknowledged the firm did monitor non-users for security purposes.
Well, here's the thing. No matter what people think, you're wrong. The internet is not secure. Anybody with the knowledge of it can find out anything about you, even if you put it on private.
And,
So quit posting your shit up there.
If you look in the world in general, there is no place private. Unless if you go to extreme lengths, and even then it's just temporary till somebody figures out where you are. Then they'll figure out how to break into it. Your home, somebody can sit outside your window or put a tracing device or use a projected listening thingy. That's the professional term.
Bug your phone.
Yeah, whatever it is. Basically it can... Oh, here it is. The face, when you just wanted a faster way to rank girls by looks and ended up installing a fascist government in the most powerful country on earth. And it's got a picture of Mark at the...
Here's a hot girl we need to rank. Cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's in the... during 2 appearances lasting 10 hours overall, he had questions on anywhere from Russian bots to data collection by the firm.
Why is anybody surprised at this? Seriously?
Also, do you expect the CEO of the company to know all this stuff? Do you
Everything.
really? Do you really?
Do you think the CEO of the company you work for knows every little thing going on? Come on, people.
This is funny. Here, I'm going to share this link in Twitch. You need to just you need to just go look at the pictures or the tweets and stuff. For all of you guys watching, let me know. Do you think Stream Elements post too often? This is hilarious. I'm just going to wait for the electric skateboard bot to answer that one. You guys on YouTube don't have to worry about it because the video itself doesn't show. Hey, we do have somebody there. Hello, good to see you. You don't have to talk. We will ignore you till you do. We do.
Oh.
But
Is it a non-electric skateboard?
A manual skateboard. I don't know, maybe. I don't have I normally have a brandy. Well, for the past week because it's what I have and I like. And,
don't do that.
Well, I didn't have one, but I can feel the headache starting. It's like the time of day or something. Could also be spring allergies, but normally that comes with congestion, not just headache.
Wow, his haircut.
Scroll down and read some of those tweets there. They're great.
Maybe it's not a haircut. Maybe he wore a hat before he went into court.
I don't know why rich people think that haircut is a good haircut ever.
Oh.
Which one did you get to?
Oh.
Is it the alien one?
That's exactly what I thought of when I said, wow.
Yeah. Please.
Is that really his face?
I think
or did somebody filter it?
I think it's a little filtered, slightly stretched out, and then
it's a crazy angle. Pale. It might just be the angle.
The one with the water glass?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the one below it is, the other
with
tweet.
Data.
Oh, no. So the one above it, without the water glass.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm trying to figure out which
one
it doesn't
matter.
At. It does, because
under that water glass, no water glass, him and Data.
Correct. I'm trying to each one.
Now I've seen this one the data accumulator where they mix data and him together. That's a great cosplay there. He's very young, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why are people... Well, I guess it's his company, so of course they're going to blame him.
Right.
So, I don't know. I just don't really... Is it bad that I don't care?
No,
I know
except for
whenever
the
I go on the
purpose
internet,
of...
my stuff is out there for whoever wants to hack it and see it. But I'm realistic. What were you going to say?
I'm going to find a different article.
Oh. Okay. Oh, on my tea, the tea bag tag says, "Your strength is your own belief." Okay. My hot water isn't hot anymore. My teapot water. It's so cold in here.
You didn't warm up your teapot, though, did you?
I did. But it's so cold in this room, I'm freezing. I have a jacket on, a sweater on, a blanket.
Why didn't you bring in a heater?
Because it trips the thing.
Only if the other heater is on. The other heater is not on.
Yeah, I'm not trying to climb over stuff and pull stuff out to plug it in.
I'm just saying, you've got a solution easily on hand.
Not really. I don't really have a place to set it right now, in here. We need a guest. We need something.
I'm going to talk about articles and try to make a discussion with you about it. How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm waiting.
Let's see here. I've got a few things. It's saying that there's a connection problem between us two.
Yeah, I hear it. Maybe it's because I'm trying to look at articles too. I'll stop. There we go.
No, it could just be me pulling up articles here. Let's see here. Here's a story about animals that may have gone extinct because of their extraordinary large genitalia.
What? Okay, like?
Oh, let's see here. Among spiders, it's common for females to have 10 times the body mass of the male. Elephant seals reverse this. Adult males 3 times the weight of the females. It would be easy to think of this as a successful adaptation, yet the reverse is true, new study finds. The greater the sexual dimorphism, the greater danger a species is in. This conclusion is based on a specific group of crustaceans known as ostracods. Although these small creatures, also called seed shrimps, are low profile, they provide a good sample for survival studies because we have a record going back 450 million years.
Okay.
Moreover, the males grow longer shells because their sex organs are so big they need extra space. So yeah,
Okay.
The male ostracods' expanded carapaces make room for what the paper coyly refers to as, quote, large sperm pumping and copulatory apparatus. That's a scientific paper that refers to it as that, by the way.
This is a spider?
Crustacean. Crab.
Oh.
Um,
So the world doesn't have as much crabs as before.
Not big dick crabs. So let's see here.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a cat.
Here's one that'll probably be kind of a no-brainer there. Researchers tested which male body shapes women find the most attractive. It's not good news, men. So let's see here. Just reading
Is
through
it trapezoid or?
It could be. It's probably a trap of some zoid.
It's a trap.
Okay. See, you know what though? This is okay.
Hmm.
If you're a man with a
What is it?
female, I'm going to read it to you. If you're a man with a female partner and you don't have the perfect body, go ahead and ask her what kind of body she prefers in men. We'll wait. Oh, you've done that? If she said anything other than, quote, massive rippling abs, quote, oiled bulging biceps, or, quote, pecs that can dance up and down on command, there's a good chance she's lying to you out of kindness, according to a new study from Griffith University in Queensland, Australia. Study was aimed at testing how important physical strength is to men's bodily attractiveness. Photographs of headless male torsos were shown to groups of women who were asked to rate either their attractiveness or physical strength.
That's how I like my men, headless.
That's true. It wasn't the massive torso, it was the fact that they really couldn't fucking
Had no
talk.
head.
They weren't going to think anyway. Yeah, it's, though, that's a totally unfair test, because even just going by physicality, the face has a lot to do with the attractive qualities and whatnot.
What did the women look like?
That's true too.
Because usually they're attracted to their same or complete opposite, you know?
That's true.
Just saying.
Well, also, we have found during different eras, and we've seen this more with women than men, during different eras, different body types are hot.
Mhm.
You know, during the 70s, kind of the thin, lanky, wiry female.
Well, when food was scarce, that's why royalty was
Fat.
bigger, because it showed wealth and, yeah.
Right,
So,
you didn't have to go work the fields. This is when pale was sexy. And we've seen that just looking at, pale is in this year. 10 years ago, tan to a burnt crisp was the thing.
well, it used to be big boobs. Now it's big butts.
Right, and actually small
Who
boobs
knows?
are kind of back in. So that's my point. It's going to change, and asking, you could do the same study 10 years from now and get different results. Also, like you
And it's
said,
the location.
it's true too. A first world country versus third world country. Third world country is, if he's chubby, I want that guy because that means he got food.
Yeah. Or if he dies, you have dinner for a week.
Instead of a half day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that's, and I have no problem with women who think, absolutely, I think in general we want a healthy, fit-looking opposite sex. If not to be with, then at least to ogle. And that's for males or females. So, yeah, I think this is kind of a silly.
Well, that's why
silly
there's certain
study.
body types that are popular in porn and certain body types that are popular in modeling. And then certain types of commercials. It's all to convey a certain thing.
See, that's my problem with the female beauty trend. I have always kind of appreciated a wide range of body types. And, it's...
But if they're assholes, I can't appreciate anything.
Assholes are kind of puckered and dirty, so, yeah. Don't like that. And if you poke them, sometimes they blow hot air all over your face.
Mm-mm.
Let's see here. Research published in Proceedings of the Royal Society B counters the idea that strength only makes you attractive to the opposite sex up to a point where you are perceived perhaps as too muscly and become less attractive again. Wait a minute. It counters that idea.
Well, see, like some people really like the bodybuilders, or like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his day. Some don't. Well, it depends.
See, it's in our data couldn't find a single woman that preferred weaker or feminine male bodies. Where did they go? To the retirement home? Were these all like 70-year-old ladies? Because I know plenty of females that, especially with the whole gender issue going on nowadays.
Yeah.
In general, I can see absolutely this study is spot on, but across the board, I don't think you had a wide enough pool to pull from.
Did they give specifics on the age, race,
There,
location of the ones they tested?
there's links to different things here, the original study and whatnot, and perhaps if I went into that, but this article does not. It's just like, you ever seen somebody who is so ripplingly muscled and they've got like the veins going through everything, and it's kind of
And no neck.
yeah, no neck, yeah, and it's kind of like
And no neck.
they're like an alien life form instead of hot. Yeah,
Some people like that. To each their own.
yeah, some do, but in general, because they're saying there is never being too muscly. There's no such thing according to this study. I have to disagree that most women don't like it when you look like you're some kind of science experiment instead of a human being that's fit. Do you like them no matter how muscly they are? When they look like a like a balloon animal?
Maybe. If they want to carry something heavy for me,
Mm.
lift my car so I could change the tire. Hey, I'm all for that.
Well, what about physically attractive? Like, does that make you go, hey, I'm moist?
I cannot say it does.
Moist.
Stop saying that word.
Here's an endangered turtle that breathes out of its butt.
I know some people that do that.
I know some people that talk out of it. This
I'm
is
all out of
fucking
candy
great.
in my candy jar.
Here, check out this link. I'm gonna throw another link up there. Okay, it's to the turtle that breathes out of its butt that has a green mohawk.
What? He's fashionable too?
God.
Oh my god, that's
Isn't that great?
Is that a snail? He's got a
No.
snail hair accessory.
It's I think it's actually just
Oh, what the hell is that?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far down the article yet.
Is that his penis?
No,
What the
no,
fuck
I'm
is
pretty sure that's just a penis worm. It's a Madagascar blind snake. So this article I'm looking
It's very
at,
pink.
it's the punk rocker Barnett, and rather unusual ability to breathe underwater through its genitals. The Mary River turtle is not like most of us, I'll say. Unfortunately, however, a new assessment shows it's struggling to survive. That's because the further away you get from normal, the harder it is that you have to be in a specialized ecosystem because you evolve specialized equipment like ass breathing. So the unorthodox turtle has made itself onto a new list of evolutionary distinct and globally endangered, EDGE for short, reptiles, highlighting not only its own uniqueness, but also its vulnerability. It will join the likes of the more well-known reptiles, such as the world's largest species of turtle, the leatherback, as well as some less familiar but equally fascinating creatures, such as the chameleon the size of a human thumbnail. And I assume that's like maybe an adult male thumbnail as opposed to a Harlem black female thumbnail that might be 4 foot long. You've seen those women with their toenails all grown out like 12 inches and their fingernails all curly and yellow. And you're like, oh my God, go get a part in a horror show. Stop it. You are very accepting today.
They pay for it.
No, they didn't.
Pay for
it. Those are real. Those are free. You're very accepting today. Normally, you're much more judgy about that sort of thing.
Well, I don't want that. And I know they're not going to be working in the restaurant, so
I've seen them working on the at like grocery stores, doing the cash register and typing without their nails touching things. Makes my teeth itch to think of it. Okay, so we're looking at here.
How do you wipe your butt with those nails?
Well, you don't. Hopefully,
you
use toilet paper.
I mean, whatever.
Turtles hurtling towards the extinction. A collection of eggs for the pet trade took its toll. They're endangered. Make the list at number 30. Having split from all the other living creatures some 40 million years ago when Australia was still clinging to Antarctica. There's a... the Madagascar, a big-headed turtle, has a large noggin rather than an inflated ego. So basically, yeah, we have these unique species that the environment that they evolved for is threatened, and thus they are also. By the way, I think that's just an algae growth on that turtle. That's adorable.
It is, and a little snail.
There is actually a snail? Where do you see the snail?
Okay, go to the picture.
I'm there.
Let me go to the picture. All right. You're looking at the one with the green on his head.
Uh-huh.
There's a little snail.
On his
Up
chin?
towards the top,
Okay.
on the back. No.
Up towards the top.
Above his other eyeball. See it?
His left eyeball when we're looking at him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
see that little brown thing?
In the hair. In the hair.
Mhm.
Feeding on the
It's
algae. Okay.
It's an accessory.
It is. It's quite the fashion accessory. But it was slow to catch on.
I see what you did there.
Okay, let's see here. What do we got? What do we got? I have more articles here. What are you in the mood for? You want entertainment or science and technology or politics or what are you looking for?
Science.
Science. So stick with what we're doing.
I like science.
Nice.
The technology stuff where people's identities get stolen.
Here's an article. Could Megalodon still live deep in the ocean? No, Megalodon is like a great white shark that wears a cape. It's like super great white.
Well, yeah, that turtle's his friend. They get their hair done together.
Indeed. Let's see. You know what? They gave me a size comparison chart here. And, yeah, it's...
Oh, what?
Like shark, great white shark. The bottom line is they gave the scientific name, so I don't know which one is which. But the Megalodon may have grown as large as about 18 meters. So we're looking at, let's see, 36, about 50 feet. Can you imagine a 50-foot long great white shark?
I'd rather not, but you know.
So there has been great discussion throughout the years of, does this thing still exist? Does it live somewhere in deep water? We just haven't caught one, found any clue of them still in existence, etc. So I'm going to predict this article is going to say, because the title is, could Megalodon still live in deep ocean? I'm going to say, yes, it could,
Sure.
but there is no proof that it does. Now let's look at the article.
Maybe he could, but he's evolved to be smaller.
We just got midget megalodons and we call them great white. Little teeny megalodons.
Why not?
Only 25 feet long. Okay, so it's widely regarded as both the largest shark who ever lived on Earth and one of the largest vertebrate predators in history. Roamed the seas about...
It predated vertebrates?
It did. Vertebrate predator. It did. Predated, vertebrated him. Roamed the seas about 28 million years ago until a little less than 1.6 million years ago when they were wiped out during the Pleistocene extinction. They were, as we know, freaking huge. Some of the teeth have been over 17 centimeters. So that's like 7 inches. That's a tooth the size of Iron Man's faceplate. But the majority are between 3 and 5 inches, which is still freaking huge. So they've reconstructed the jaws, and the fossils have suggested they may have gotten up to 54 feet long. Hey, we got a thing that happened with the thing. Oh.
Yeah, that's me.
It's you. Thank you for being you.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are
How's there talking of tavern things in the glass?
I don't know. I was wondering if...
That wasn't me.
go in when I do these?
I think only subscription people can do that, or certain subscription people can do that.
You might be right. Let's see what happens when I do this.
Only subscription people can do that, or certain. Well, you need to turn your sound off. I hear myself again.
I know, I just turned it off. I realize that. And I just exploded everywhere.
Oh.
So now I'm
Hey,
going
look
to
at that. But those are different.
They are. They're not like dice or something. And then you did your thing. See, when you do your thing, you can choose what your cheer looks like, correct?
Yeah, I know, but I don't get that one.
You know
I think that's for only a higher subscription.
Well, we only have the lowest subscription rate available. What I think it might be is those are actual subscriptions when people
Not Prime.
subscribe.
Mhm.
No, Prime also. Hey, Gene, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
Jeanette.
We missed you.
Not Gene Rosnick. Jeanette from the UK, the one
Jeanette.
we saw
Yeah, our UK
with
friend.
Bob Eisenstein. She was there for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. Making sure we got the right one. It's who apparently she has a different super secret name, but Bob knows it. Aw. Thank you, Jeanette. Here's to you.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
So we're just discussing if megalodons could still exist somewhere in the ocean. So there's teeth and fossils that have been really widespread, but it showed they preferred warm, temperate, shallower waters.
I prefer warm.
And shallow, something where a megalodon can't suddenly go, hey, here I am. They all had that Spanish accent. It is if you watch Zorro and the Gay Blade. Should I think I'm going to smoke. I've got one cigar here. It's an Obsidian, or I have pipes over there. I'm going to start with the Obsidian, I think. Oh, excuse me. Tell me if Gene says something, because I'm over here on the article. So, Gene, are you listening at home tonight, or are you at work and sneaking us in the back door? You're the one. Suggest it was a cosmopolitan species. So it lived everywhere. Went extinct 1.6 million years approximately. Here we go. Now we're getting into the meat of the article. Unfortunately, some documentaries that use
She's at home.
Hey, okay. Used fake footage have many people convinced that they're still hiding in the ocean. Okay, first of all, nobody has direct evidence that they do still exist. No absence of evidence. They're saying absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. We know this. It's very difficult to prove something doesn't exist, but that also doesn't mean that they're out there somewhere. There's been numerous eyewitness accounts of huge sharks throughout history, and also various illustrations of giant washed-up sharks, even some photographs. There was a photo which stirred up a lot of controversy that was an image that was presented in a Discovery Channel documentary, which was fictional. And by the way, that documentary in particular stated multiple times, it was fictional. So there we go.
People don't pay attention. They hear what they want to hear.
Yeah, it's do a little research no matter what the source comes from. But it showed a dorsal and a caudal tail fin next to a submarine that would have been 64 feet long. The image was fabricated. It's like when Discovery Channel or whoever it was did their mermaid special, where they made it seem like
mermaids are real.
Yeah, and it said right there on it, this is fiction. This is
but
not
mermaids
real.
Are real.
Wait, are you actually saying mermaids are real, or are you saying that was the name of the show?
No, mermaids are real.
Absolutely, you're right. So, let's see here. Sketches of the sharks that were washed up on beaches many years ago are likely exaggerated. Great whites are basking sharks. Who knows for sure? Hold on, trying to touch a kitty. Got one. So let's see here. Couple of discoveries. have fueled the belief that they still exist. Coelacanths and the megamouth shark. Coelacanths are extremely old species of fish thought to be extinct since the end of the Cretaceous period, about 65 million years ago. However, much to the excitement of the scientific community, one was caught in 38, another one in 52. Since then, many have been spotted throughout the world. Basically, they went to the edge of extinction. They disappeared. They were deep water fish and just didn't get caught. But they have been now. We know they exist. Megalodons are slightly different. Coelacanths are 3-4 feet long. Megalodons are 10 times that length. Hold on, cat parade. So the megamouth shark was only discovered in 1976. It's a plankton feeder, and it can reach up to 15 feet, so 4.5 meters. Pretty big, but it's not nearly the size of that. It's also a plankton feeder. Swims really deep during the day, hard to find, especially with technology. 40 years ago, sonar just went, there's something there, couldn't tell you what. Nobody's discovered new megalodon teeth. Not since 1.6 million years ago, at least.
Well, maybe they've changed.
That's into midget megalodons, which are called great whites. So some people are like, well, what if they're swimming really deep? They're down in the trenches, hiding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most people can't get down there because
we can get down there now. And also, the giant squid.
You want to go?
It's going to be more expensive than an airplane ticket. And
you got to find someone to go there.
They do go there.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, maybe they're just keeping it a secret. They're keeping them as a pet.
Shh, put the collar on Sparky. But
it's a dog.
The other creatures that live at that depth, for example, the giant squid, we have found remains of them. So the bottom line is, that is too photoshopped, you big liars.
What, mermaids?
It's got like a sponsored story, so it's not actually from the science site that I'm on, which is IFL Science. I fucking love science. It says 20 actual photos from the land down under. These are not photoshopped. And it has a spider that would, from the look of the window and the awning it's next to, this would have to be a 8 to 12 foot spider. And I'm like,
it's
nope.
a big spider.
Well, Australia has those.
It's like the one Gollum rides on.
It is Shalom, Shabubi.
Shalom?
I forget the name of the spider in that place that Frodo got touched special by a spider. Let's see, what else we got here? Ooh, a new carnivorous plant species. That's probably found a grass that sparkles and tastes like salt and vinegar. Some Facebook stories.
I saw that. I don't know how I feel about it. Is it real?
Which one, the grass?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could pull up the article if you want to know more about it. I assume it just had an issue with it gets some kind of chemical.
Can we grow that in our lawn?
And then let people smoke it? Okay.
Salt and vinegar grass?
Yeah. Why not?
Well, it's like chips.
It's a weed. And of course, it's Australian because, well, Australia.
Happens.
So they discovered it tasted like salt and vinegar chips because, according to Dr. Matthew Barrett, we were doing late-night experiments handling specimens of that species. Someone licked their hand at some point and tasted that flavor.
Ew, don't. When you're doing experiments on stuff, use gloves. Wash your hands, because
I'm waiting
to
find out they're like spider eggs or something.
Now they're going to have something come out of their stomach.
Could be. It's a newly
like
discovered species of spinifex grass. And it's called Triodea valueni. Okay. The two tested grass species are the one I just mentioned and Triodea skinolens. Perhaps pronouncing that wrong. We'll see. According to the team's study, the grasses have noticeable droplets that we observed in the sparkle and sunlight and field. These droplets can remain a viscous liquid or become crystalline following specimen drying. So it's a sap, is what we're saying here.
Oh,
They can even
like
be
maple syrup.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I put a link in there about a ship. Hey, Jeanette, what kind of news is going on in your end of the world that's kind of prominent, interesting, that you want us to talk about or know? And we wait.
Yeah, I can pull up the science stuff all day long. I love this sort of stuff. Unprecedented.
Did you click on the thing about the ship?
No, were you ready to go talk about that?
We can, till she gets to us.
Okay.
Um,
Give me a moment. I'm going to finish what I was saying, if that's all right.
Yeah.
There's an article about unprecedented meal sharing behavior confirms bonobos, which is the 5th grade ape, are peace-loving, sex-mad hippies.
What? That's crazy.
Oh, and Peruvian archaeologists discovered dozens of new Nazca lines. No, not interesting. Okay.
No, I'm listening. I'm chewing, so I'm on mute.
Oh. Okay.
I'm eating mints.
We'll come back to that. Let's check out this article from
Haribo mints.
NBC News. Shackleton's lost ship Endurance to be target of new expedition. So they had a wooden vessel that sank in the Weddell Sea off Antarctica more than a century ago. That would be Shackleton's Endurance, basically crushed
I'm just
ice.
wondering if it's still around because it's wood.
In St. Augustine, Florida, 2 weeks ago, there was essentially the spine of a large wooden seagoing ship that washed up. Basically, it had been buried in the current, and as the sand shifted after a hurricane way back when, and recent weather changes have uncovered it and washed it to shore. So the Weddell Sea Expedition 2019 will bring together an international team of scientists to look for the shipwreck. The original one we're talking about, not the one I just mentioned. So they believe it lies about 3,200 meters, 10,500 feet under the waves, in one of the planet's coldest, most forbidding environments. So basically, this is saying they're sending an expedition out because they're hoping to find it. You know what?
It sank in 1915.
But
So I guess it's still around. I don't know.
see, I'm just wondering though, what do they hope to get out of this? Is there anything so valuable in this that it's worth retrieving, and all that time, money, and energy that could possibly be spent better? Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, people want to know things. What was the ship carrying? And
it's saying,
what was their mission? Why were they out? That's,
So it's got a few pictures, because they took pictures, because it did get crushed in ice. It wasn't immediate. The men had been living around it, living on it, and as it sunk, they got out and they actually took pictures of just the mass sticking up out of the ice.
Interesting.
They think that the ship might be largely intact because the organisms there aren't made to break down wood, they're made to break down bone. So his entire crew and Shackleton survived. They made a trip across, the ice and everything. If the wreck is found, no artifacts will be brought to the surface. Instead, plans call for the team to photograph and map the wreck with the goal of making it a protected historic site. Okay, people.
Okay, I don't. That's weird.
Go on.
I was gonna say that's just weird. Like, oh, here's some trash in the ground. Don't touch it. It's gonna be special and protected.
I said, okay, people. Apparently my phone heard, okay, Google. It immediately brings up Virginia liquor stores. What is this telling me?
It's historic. It's protected.
And it tells me what I said. It says Amelia brought up Virginia liquor stores. What is this telling me? The fuck?
Jeanette says, I haven't been watching the news lately, but I've been to the Festival of Steam at Chatham Dockyards in Kent over Easter. The event has a steampunk village and a huge shipbuilding. Ship.
Very cool.
With a P.
Very cool. That's all I have to maybe see if I. Oh, I'm stretching. Jeanette, we need you to push for Talk of the Tavern to come to these festivals as we reach out to them and say hello. And if they have the public already going, you need to bring these people. They're only sort of dumb Yanks instead of normal dumb Yanks.
Well, and we can get them on the show for VIP to promote their event also.
That's very true.
Because we have people over there listening, so it could benefit them. If anything, we get to learn stuff.
Going back to this other article to finish that out.
Mm-hmm.
I love science. I love history. But there comes a point where I'm like, why are you wasting the money there? So you want to find a ship, take some pictures, and make it a protected area. What is the purpose? What is the benefit of doing any of this? They documented well enough what they had on the ship. We're not going to learn anything new. We're not recovering something of enormous scientific or historic value. We're basically burning money. And I think there's better things to spend it on. Scientific, historic things. I'm not saying anything else. They're dorks. That's all that is. So, I'm looking at that. Let's see what else we got here. I'm doing a quick check on the Twitch channel, and we're about to go into our little break here where we can get a refill.
Oh, yay.
So,
I need hot water.
I'm about to start that up. She's got to boil some water. Hey, Courtroom, thanks for jumping in. Oh, I don't normally call folks out, but I'm just excited.
And we're getting ready to go on break, but we have a really cool video.
We do. I'm going to play a video, and you guys give us a minute. Let us go get some refills, and we'll be right back. I guess we got to mute ourselves for this one, huh?
Yeah.
Sit right back and relax, or get up and get a drink and refill what you have, while the cast and cohorts and co-hosts of Talk of the Tavern do the same. Now here's the testimony of some of the great people we've had on Talk of the Tavern or previously on Sounds of Steam. Enjoy.
This is Gail Carragher, author of The Finishing School and the Custard Protocol series, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern.
This is Aiden Sivart, Steampunk Indiana Jones.
Hey, this is Scott.
This is Samantha.
And we're Frenching the Punk.
I'm Karen Kay, also known as the Fairy Lady and editor of Fame magazine and also founder of Fairy Events.
This is K.W. Jeter, author of Infernal Devices and Fiendish Schemes.
Kircher here. I played Bifur in the Hobbit trilogy, and you are listening to Talk of the Tavern.
This is Trevor Crafts, executive producer and creator of Lantern City.
This is Lord Bobbins of Teslacon. Huzzah!
Steampunk Funk Bazaar here, Lord Monty, right in front of your radio.
Hello, this is Professor Elemental. When I'm not taking a bath in gin or trying to invent a new kind of badger, I'm listening. Oh, yes!
This is Stephen Davis of Raising Steam UK, 2-day Steampunk Festival in Reading. Enjoy.
I'm Thomas Williford of Brute Force Studios, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern.
This is Commander Bob of Victor Sierra.
Je suis la légendaire princesse convertie de Victor Sierra.
Hi, my name is Sarah from Valentine Wolf.
Hey, this is Braxton from Valentine Wolf.
This is Aileen the Peacemaker, the founding editor of Beyond Victoriana, the multicultural steampunk blog.
Hey, this is Joseph C.R. Vortek, otherwise known as Electro Swing Neo Vintage DJ Vortek, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern. I hope you come out of it in one piece. I'm not sure I did.
And don't forget about our other shows during the week. Tuesday, Middle Age Gamers on Wednesday, and Virtual International Pub VIP on Thursdays. Make sure you join us there, 1 p.m. Eastern to 4 p.m.
Hi, my name is Ashley Rogers. I'm the organizer of the Copper Claw.
This is Calamity Dawn, mixologist of Airship Passepartout.
This is Commodore Lorpicar of Lost Saints Curiosities.
This is Jimmy Diggs of the Crypto Historians, reminding you that the future is in your hands.
This is Gabrielle Reel.
Hi, this is D. Clarence Snyder, writer of the Bright Future series, and you are listening to Talk of the Tavern.
This is Professor Marcus O'Bannon, the Chief Scientific Investigator for the Crypto Historians.
This is Lady Gatita of Nerdvana.
Hey, this is Andy Vello from Ghostfire.
This is Hannah Titania, Queen of the Fairies.
This is Jeff Platt of Highland Steamworks.
This is Danielle Ackley McPhail, co-author of Baba Ali and the Clockwork Djinn, and you are listening to Talk of the Tavern Radio.
Hi, this is John R. White, author of The Tales of the Airship Neverland.
This is Catherine Gleason, author of Anatomy of Steampunk, The Fashion of Victorian Futurism.
This is opera singer Katie Catt.
This is Keith Prusak of Bad September.
This is Captain James Barrington of the mighty Claxton.
This is Emily Leverett, and I'm the editor of Big Bad and Anthology of Evil, Volumes 1 and 2, and you are listening to Talk of the Tavern.
Hola Radio Escuchas, les habla Lady Smoke de Sociedad de Steampunk Argentina y Sindicato Dieselpunk.
This is Melanie Grace with Live Steamy.
We are Warren and Betsy Talbot of MarriedWithLuggage.com.
This is Christopher Meeker, author of Hawthorne, Chronicles of the Brass Hand.
This is Mickey Wonderland, Steampunk Fairy Princess of Wonderland with a fresh cup of Mad Hatter tea.
Hi, this is Margaret McGraw, author of the prompt writing blog WritersSpark.com, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern.
Hello, this is Mishkin from Bird Eats Baby.
This is Nim Derringer of Airship Hypatia.
This is Painless Parker.
This is Persephone Burroughs Dimebagger, co-captain of the Airship Hypatia.
This is Psyche of Psyche Corporation.
Ahoy, me darlings. This is Misty Massey, author of Mad Kestrel, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern.
I'm Ellie Ann from Steampunk Homes, author of Slice of Life and The Silver Sickle. Hope you enjoy the show.
This is Captain Jared Cornwall of the Melanie Rose.
Hi, this is Lucy Luminos with Tinker the Web Series.
This is Travis Fessler, the steam-powered circus freak from the Pickled Brothers Circus.
This is Scott Norman of The Wars of Other Men.
I'm Mr. Cat of the Cat in Black Art, and you are listening to Talk of the Tavern.
This is Wendy Callahan, author of The Cronus Clock.
This is Daniel Burrow, creator of Tefra, the steampunk role-playing game. Cheers and gears and good gaming.
This is Tempest Wolf, actor and producer of Tinker Web Series. Tinker by name, Tinker by nature.
This is Shelley Dusick, the captain of Vandalia Con, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern.
Did you know Talk of the Tavern also publishes books? Make sure you look us up online. We're on Amazon.com. And we're back. Thanks for hanging out while we went and refilled things. I wanted to tell you guys about Courtroom before I go into any more articles or discussions about things. And hold on, let me explain who Courtroom is before you wonder what the fuck does that mean. Courtroom was... Andrew, you remember earlier I mentioned before the show I spent a half hour, an hour going through other Twitch channels. And they all turned out to be like UK based.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yes.
Courtroom was one of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was doing... What game were you playing, Courtroom? Since we don't do the game thing. But I did notice, it looks like he's on... He goes till about 6 o'clock his time. Which, of course, is...
Okay.
And then he takes a 2 hour...
Like 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock our time, right?
Correct. Yeah, he's ending when we're starting.
Okay.
But then takes a 2 hour break and comes back at 8 o'clock his time. So what I'm looking at is maybe
somebody we could raid, right?
Precisely. Exactly. And that's what I was looking at there. And I did end up following 3 or 4 different UK Twitch channels, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's because now Courtroom, since I may or may not have your undivided attention at this point in time, which I'm going to just check that real quick. Oh, by the way, he's Scottish.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, it's, the potential of having somebody who we could have on the show to discuss things. But I'm guessing this 2 hour break of his is so he can get something to eat. But,
Get up, walk around a little bit. What kind of gaming did you see him doing?
Wargaming.
Okay.
I don't recognize the game, and that's why I was hoping he may have just popped over here to give numbers while he goes and grabs something to eat. He might be doing something instead of at his computer and just listening like a lot of people do during our show. Or he might be like just terrified of talking to us because, yeah, we mentioned turtles that could breathe out of their butt and stuff like that. So you might not want to strike up a conversation with people like that. Oh, here's something fun. Jeanette, I don't know if you're still with us, but look what I got. I got a dick in a box. We'll just put that right up there, just like
Two of them.
That's right. It's pop this up over things that way, because see, dick in a box from Saturday Night Live. The Saturday Night Live collection has 4 different things. It has more cowbell, so it's Will Ferrell with the cowbell.
I like that one.
Stefan, who I don't even know who that is.
It's real. I thought it was Christopher Walken with more cowbell.
Christopher Walken played the music producer. Will Ferrell played the guy with the cowbell.
With the cowbell, gotcha.
From Don't Fear the Reaper, Blue Oyster Cult, I believe. I think that's who. And then David S. Pumpkins and Stefan I don't recognize, but I do recognize Dick in the Box, which I'll show you back here. Let's show you this side. We've got that. There's your other sets. But we did pick up Dick in a Box.
Jeanette says she's never seen it.
Never seen Dick in a Box?
I don't know if Saturday Night Live, I'm sure it's probably on YouTube everywhere, but I don't know where Saturday Night Live
Actually, just go to
reaches.
YouTube and type in Saturday Night Live or SNL and Dick in a Box. It's Justin Timberlake, and I forget who the other guy was, did a song called Dick in a Box. It's really adorable. And I don't collect many pops, but for some reason I felt like this belongs in the house next to my other 2 pops, which is Cookie Monster and Doctor Strange. Yeah.
There we go. I'm going to put that in there. There you go.
Just dropped a dice in there.
How did it do that?
Oh, there's Twiddle.
It's for a follow.
Twiddle my taint. Thank you so much for following. I feel like it's somebody.
The turtle might like that.
Yeah. I feel like it's somebody we probably know that went and made up a new name just to amuse us during the show.
Either way, it's great.
To go over what vices we have, I've got my coffee with cream. Oh, I got another Devil's Backbone, but this time I put lemon in instead of lime to see how that does it. I have to cleanse my palate here after the coffee before I drink beer.
Unless it's a coffee beer. They have those.
Oh, the lemon makes it much brighter and sharper tasting. Twiddle my taint knows what I'm talking about. Oh.
You just like saying the name.
Well, who wouldn't really? Come on.
Cinnamon vanilla.
Why is it healthy skin? Is that what's one of the ingredients?
Apparently it's good for your skin. I don't care. That's just a bonus. I just like the cinnamon vanilla. I also have another cinnamon. It's sweet cinnamon spice. I like cinnamon.
Sweet cinnamon spice.
It smells so good.
That was a Neil Diamond song.
No, I think you got the words wrong. Just a little bit.
No. Okay.
It's Caroline, not mine.
I just got an email from Starbucks that enjoy a free caramel frappuccino. Is that like that?
Yeah, sing about it.
Sweet cinnamon.
I need to check my email. Maybe I got one. Maybe not.
You do. I'm going to go join the dash. Well, you got to buy 2 of them over the next weekend, and you get like so many stars. And
we'll be out there tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to buy that many damn things, though. Oh, I see what you want. You want one for you, one for me, and then you get the points.
What? You can get the points.
You can point if you want to. You can point at your friends and mine.
I'm just trying to help by letting you buy another one to get more points.
Is that what it is?
I'm a helper.
That's
exactly what it
you
is.
Are. Okay, now that we've shared our dick in a box and lost a
New
viewer.
Cup today.
What cup you got? Oh, it's got a ship. Is it like the one Lost in Ice?
Kind of. Here's a map of where you can find it.
Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama.
I like this
Chihuahua,
cup.
Montego, baby.
I think it's
White.
bigger than my other one.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. I'm easily confused.
What?
So I moused over the stream elements, let me know we're being followed by Twiddle My Taint. So I'm looking. What?
You keep saying it.
I know. As I was saying, stream elements let me know I'm being followed by Twiddle My Taint. And I went to mouse over it thinking that was Twiddle My Taint that let me know I was followed by Twiddle My Taint. And it said verified. I'm like, wow. You know, we've got a follower that's actually a verified thing.
Taint Twiddler. It's verified.
Yes, it's verified that they twiddle their taint. Or mine. Or yours. It's a community event.
It's a community twiddle?
It probably, you know, like they do.
Oh. Yeah.
Anyhow. Back to the article. So I have an article on the Peruvian Nazca lines. Shall I jump in on that one?
What's the Nazca line?
You know,
is that how you say it?
Nazca, yes. So
I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
go ahead.
You know the huge lines you can see from outer space that look like a hummingbird and stuff?
Oh, is that what it's called?
They're Nazca lines. N-A-S-C-A, Nazca.
Aren't they put there by aliens?
Well, no.
Oh.
So, but there are some huge ones that are huge. And others that only measure a few inches across. You probably can't see those from space. I'm just guessing.
Or is that a few inches from space? Seeing it out in space, it's only...
No, it says a few inches across. Oh. So they're carved into the earth more than 1,000 years ago. Over time, many have been reduced to faint depressions in the soil. But high-resolution 3D scans of the terrain, captured with low-flying drones, not drones, show in stunning detail the massive lines. So archaeologists believe some of the new lines date back even further than the Nazca culture, which was 200 to 700
Nazca
culture.
So it was people?
Yeah.
Okay.
These are all carved by people. No aliens. We have no proof of aliens.
So they only carved them that big? Some of them?
Some of them.
They started and like, nope, I'm done.
You are like 5 minutes behind on this, aren't you?
I went to look up Nazca lines to see different ones. I'm paying attention.
It's all good. It's all good.
But I wanted to see them.
Yeah, well, if you go to Google Earth, they're fun to see via Google Earth.
I'm on Wikipedia, so Google Earth is the place to go.
Well, no, look at Wikipedia first, but then Google Earth, if you type in Nazca lines, you can actually, because it's a satellite picture of the Earth, so you could zoom in to the lines till they're indistinguishable or zoom out. So yeah, they're south of Lima in Peru, and they're made up of arrangement of geometric lines. Most famous is a hummingbird, a monkey, and a spider. But there are other ones that supposedly look like spacemen. And they're now estimated to have more than 1,000 of these. And they were... What?
I think I zoomed out too far. Wow, the Earth is leaving me. Come back.
Are you like on the moon now?
I think so.
I didn't know you could zoom that far out. Can you get past the moon? Can you get to the solar system?
I don't know. It was making me dizzy.
But basically, they would dig a ditch. A wide, shallow ditch. Basically, carve a scar in the earth so it's a different color, lighter soil.
Ditch, please. Okay.
So, yeah, they... and nobody's sure why they did it. They figure it was just ritualistic type stuff. Oh, here's a funny little story. So Greenpeace, in December 2014, Greenpeace staged a protest near the hummingbird, ironically decrying the destruction of the environment, but then they irreparably damaged that site. Yeah, they're like, save the environment. Oh, look, we fucked up a 1,200, 1,400-year-old thing.
People.
Ditch, please.
Yeah.
So, yeah, basically they found more, and they don't put pictures of them here. They put pictures of the other ones, but they're finding their small ones, including and large ones. So
Maybe my internet's messed up. I'm looking on here on Google
Hey.
Earth, and I don't see any of them.
Joey, good to see you. We're just discussing the new Nazca lines that have been discovered. And we're joined by some of our UK friends over here. What? What'd you find?
It went 3D. Now it's all like...
Dance moves? What was that?
I don't know, but I'm
Was it
getting kind
bogey?
of seasick.
We'll go over land.
Alright, I have to get out of that. Okay, but that's really interesting, though. Hey, Towie!
Oh, I can close this one. This is one about licking weeds to find the salt and vinegar weed.
What are they going to do now that they found that, though?
Probably lick more weeds would be my guess.
Are they going to sell it in the organic store for lots of money? Is it gluten-free?
Moving on.
It probably doesn't.
So we got some stuff in Brazil, or we have some stuff in, I think, Asia, if I'm not mistaken. So what would you...
Let's go to Brazil.
Brazil. We're going to talk about bugs.
Oh.
So hybridization between two major crop pests creates a mega pest in Brazil. Going on with that. And let me know if you need me to drop the link for you. Wow, this thing is a
Yeah, do that.
monster.
They have pictures?
They do. It's not as exciting as you might think, but basically they had two different types of insects that crossbred. And the cotton ballworm is one, and the corn earworm is the other one. The two species of moth cause hundreds of millions of dollars worth of damage every year. And it turns out they're hybridizing to form now what basically the two populations reach each other, start crossbreeding, and they're a mega pest now. So they start out as their, caterpillar, green, inchworm type looking thing.
So they're doing this themselves. It's not a scientist crossbreeding them.
That's what it looks like. Yeah. They cause at least $100 million in damages a year, forcing farmers to shell out an estimated $250 million in pesticides. Now, wait a minute. That sounds wrong. If they do $100 million damage in a year, then people pay $250 million to keep them at bay. That's like spending more money than they're costing. But anyhow, the cotton ballworm is a major pest in Africa, parts of Asia, and Australia. And it doesn't just hang out in cotton plants. It feeds on tomatoes, maize, chickpea, alfalfa, etc. In Brazil, the two species have come together and started doing it.
Yeah, they have.
Do they have bad mosquito problems also, Towie? I don't know. I want to visit, but this is like making it a little less, So a hybrid such as this can go completely undetected should it invade another country. I doubt that, because you'd have crops and you'd have bugs, and you'd be like, look, there's a bug eating the crop. Just saying.
Isn't that everywhere?
They're calling it a biosecurity threat.
Really?
And Dr. Paul.
Well, I can wait till you finish. I have a thought on this.
I'll give your thought, because there's a couple more paragraphs, but yeah.
I'm just thinking, okay, well, if this is a problem, isn't there a GMO type plant that can resist these? Can't they do a thing? This is where GMOs are beneficial as opposed to... what
Here we
people
go.
think.
Let me scroll down here because it looks like yes, there might be. Let me check the rest of the article. So Paul DeBarro, Dr. Paul DeBarro from Australia's Commonwealth Scientific Industrial Research Organization, nicknamed Sir. Anyhow, that's when he said it's critical we look beyond our own backyard to help fortify Australia's defense in response to biosecurity threats. Biosecurity. So the what?
Just the name. I don't
The
know.
researchers found that among every group of caterpillars they looked at in Brazil, following the invasion of this other one, there were hybrids between the two species. Most were largely the cotton bollworm, with some corn earworm genes scattered throughout, but one had stretches of genes that appeared to show there had been previous hybridization. Of most worry here, however, is that one hybrid contained a known resistance gene from the bollworm, and this could impact how farmers protect their crops against the corn earworm if it spreads into that population. On top of the impact already felt in South America, recent estimates that 65% of the USA agriculture's output is at risk of being affected by the bollworm demonstrates that this has the potential to instigate changes to research priorities. It doesn't mention any GMO-resistant plants, but what I'd like to... Scientists in Brazil have cooked up a bioengineered mosquito to suppress the natural ones. What could go wrong? That's exactly where I want to go with this, Toei. And I also want to spread it over to immunization of people. And I'm not saying don't vaccinate people. But as we kill off these germs, other germs are cropping up to fill that void, and we're getting super viruses. There are some things, as we destroy one thing, something has to fill that spot as that niche of the ecosystem dies out. And the thing that fills the spot is the thing that does it better than the last thing. So what I'm pointing out here is, instead of killing off every microbacterial life form or insect life form, maybe we need to look at a way of this as part of nature's cycle. And because
choose your battle, basically.
There is, and also there is something to be said for human beings getting sick. It builds our immunity. If we totally...
Yeah, well, I was going to say vaccinate against smallpox.
Right.
And things that will kill you very badly. But the common cold.
And I'm not saying because our bodies will naturally build a resistance, but as we literally kill off viruses, there are other things that flood in to fill that gap. And these things,
that's why antibacterial soap isn't always so good.
Oh, antibacterial soap didn't work anyway.
Isn't also antibacterial?
Yes, it is. Jeanette says, killer bees are hybrids of European and aggressive African bees. They were bred to produce more honey. That's correct. Now, I didn't think they were European. I thought it was South American. But whichever it was, the point is we went, hey, let's take these two great things and make, horror!
It's a great movie.
What, the Bee Movie with Jerry Seinfeld?
That'd
That'd be a great part too, wouldn't it?
Bees just kill everybody.
Just have the killer bees come in and like wipe out Jerry Seinfeld's nest and go kill half of America. God, animated kids movies, they're great.
Yeah. Come up with weird stuff.
I think it was too much lemon in that. See, this is why I prefer to use real lemon, because you get one slice. You know how much you're putting in.
Oh, we don't have any real lemon, do we?
No, and I used the last of the lime. Okay, so we've got more science articles if you want more science articles. Let me see what I had over here.
What's the other one you were talking about?
Okay, here's a couple options, and we could just take a quick vote on them. Strange ancient lizard could completely alter how we thought the brains of land vertebrates evolved. There is actually on this science website 2 Facebook articles. Facebook is being used to sell endangered animals, and Facebook removed this Christmas card. Can you guess why?
Is it because they're selling endangered animals?
I don't know. New carnivorous plant species discovered on Facebook.
Is that where they grow?
Facebook does everything now. I still have the bonobos are peace-loving, sex-mad hippies.
That's the apes.
Yes. The first line. I'm sorry, let me go. The last line of the first paragraph. As further evidence of this great ape's complex social life, the meat-sharing feast was also graced with females of the 2 groups rubbing their genitals together. So basically, they've seen, I don't know, tribes, I don't know what they're called, groups, pods of these great apes getting together with a neighboring community, and they bring meat, and they share the meat. Then the female apes tribbing. If you don't know what tribbing is...
So he says, damn dirty apes.
I don't think she said it that way. I think they said, damn dirty ape. And Jeanette, thank you for looking that up and clarifying it. And like I said, I could have been wrong. That was a fascination when I was 9 and 10 years old, as these things were just being introduced. So I really researched the killer bees at that point in time. But it was so long ago, you could have absolutely been right on and completely correct. Okay, wait, back to the fucking apes.
Dirty apes.
So, until 25 years ago, scientists didn't even realize this species ate meat, let alone shared food among their immediate group. The new findings suggest bonobos have a deeply complex, intelligent social life, just like chimpanzees and, of course, us. Now, I'm going to interrupt this article with tidbits of my own knowledge. There are multiple animals across the world who are developing language and use of tools. There are some smaller monkeys in South America that are using tools. There is also, I believe, a group of chimpanzees who will use long bamboo poles to scrape algae that contain a certain vitamin that they require off the bottom of a river, but they only do it in the season where the river is not too high and too swift. But they will scrape the algae off the bottom of the river using these poles, pull it up, and eat it. All I'm saying is we have all kinds of sci-fi. What if we met a superior race? How would we react? That opportunity with reversed views is coming into play right now. We are the superior species. How are we going to handle these lesser species who are... Andrea?
I'm waiting for you to finish your thought.
Okay. Hopefully we won't kill them off because we're worried about them evolving to a point where they overtake and destroy us. But yeah, we still need to give them room that they can develop in a natural way, instead of another option being, we take them under our wing, teach them and enslave them, because humans.
Well, I've seen Planet of the Apes. I know how that turns out. That's what I think of when you talk about that.
I don't blame you.
So.
Interesting.
You'll have good and bad on both sides, no matter what. So. Jeanette said she just Googled killer bees. She was right. The hybrid was bred from various European bees, including Italian ones.
Oh, there you go.
Do they talk like this?
Mama boo.
Can they say cannoli? Cannoli.
So there we go. Yeah, appreciate you looking that up and verifying it, because yeah, it's something just not. I think the reason I was thinking they were South American in origin is because for the U.S., the threat was them coming up from South America across Central America and entering the U.S., which they did, I don't know, a couple decades ago, something like that. So they're here. I think they're in Disney World, and once they get off the Dumbo ride, they're coming east. So
How can they afford that?
well, because you get a
Disney's
all-in-one ticket now, and yeah, so
They have a job there. Killer Bee Land.
maybe I gotta touch this.
Fun for the whole family.
So yeah, quit crossbreeding stuff, stupids, peoples. Yeah. But then again, people are known to go out and have sex with goats. So
They do it. They do it. They crossbred apples and grapes and got grapples.
now they can
They're
climb
yummy.
castle walls. Just throw your grapple up there and hey, here's a disturbing discovery made in a medieval woman's coffin.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say in her something else. Okay, continue.
Hey, how you doing? Speaking of mating, here's an article about the modern humans confirmed to have mated with the now extinct Denisovians. I don't know if you know what they are. There are other species of essentially people. We have like the Neanderthal, and also this is one of those species.
I didn't know. Now I know.
There you go. I'm gonna squish this kitty. Oh, I got a kitty in my lap.
Who do you have?
It's a goblin.
Hmm.
Let's shut that window down. I got a lot of tabs up, probably messing with my...
I kicked all the cats out of here.
I can't do that.
I have hot water and they all want to lay on it.
Yeah, because it's warm.
Warm teapot.
Okay, so let's see what we got here.
Bye, Toy. See you Monday. Have fun at work.
Have a good one. Yeah, we might see you before then as we pop in and say hello to you as you're... Hey, did we do the shout out for talking? Hold on. That's... There we go. Everybody go follow her channel. She's a delight. Was created in Brazil.
Okay.
So they took African and European bees and headed to Brazil and put them together. Okay.
Well, like you do.
That's right. So, excuse me. Did you know that North America used to have a parrot that was native to the land?
North America?
North America.
No.
Yeah.
We had parrot?
What?
I didn't know we had parrots.
We don't anymore. Went extinct 100 years ago.
Oh, that's a little before my time? No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were robin-sized birds, and well, I mean, this tall standing
still
up.
Little. I think of parrots big.
And yeah, you've actually seen pictures of them and didn't even realize drawings of them. They're mostly green with a little bit of yellow, then a yellow head with red and orange flare around the eyes to the beak. You know what?
Sounds like parakeet or something.
Well, it sounds like the size of them, that's for sure. So let me do this here. There's a link for you if you want to go see the picture.
Did they die out with the pirates?
Pirates. So nobody knows why they went extinct. I'll tell you why they went extinct. This is not a fucking mystery. You can put two and two together. Go ahead, Andrea.
They look like parakeets. That's okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a Carolina parakeet. Basically, we took over their nesting grounds, and they had no place else to breed. And then one good hurricane rolls through, and that takes care of 90% of their struggling. Yeah, so.
Oh, it's parakeets, not parrots.
It looks like it, yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh, native parrot. Okay, I I see both words. I got confused for a minute.
Yeah, and if you look down, you'll see where they have, a map of.
Yeah.
You had a couple different breeds. You had the Carolina
Yeah.
parrot, and then you had Western subspecies was there. And
Interesting.
you did have a little bit of overlap and crossbreeding. Now, what this tells me is, as we have like the Quaker parakeets now released across South Florida, if there is some of this DNA still remaining somewhere, they might start crossbreeding, and 100 years from now, we may have a similar species back up and running.
Perhaps.
Never know. So let's see here. What do we got? We had some interesting. Oh, Bitcoin. I still don't get that. I don't know how Bitcoin is. See, I wish Toei didn't leave. We could do a whole show on Bitcoin with her and educate
I
me.
see. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Is that like PayPal? What is that?
No, it is digital currency, and it's all electronic. And yeah, there we go. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't under.
Ooh, there's a new Gmail account coming out, or a new Gmail design in the coming weeks, I should say.
I guess along the lines of Gmail, Google Plus. Do you use Google Plus?
I do, yeah. Barely.
Yeah, I
do.
have it, but yeah, I'm not on it as much. Talking to several people, they're giving up Facebook and going to Google Plus. I mean, and it just reminds me of when people were giving up MySpace to go to Facebook. So maybe now that's the next evolution, Google Plus.
See, we don't have a big crowd here. It's wrong time to rally the troops. But as some of you may know, I have been looking to get away from Facebook as much as possible. I can't delete it totally yet because it does have its uses. And this has nothing to do with the recent controversy that, we talked about earlier. This has to do with just, in general, it's a time suck. When I first went to Facebook, it was fun and entertaining and brief. And now everybody seems to be so angry. They've all turned into a political pundit. And it's one thing. I don't have a problem with a political post. I have a problem with all the political posts put together to help form my day. I'm going to waste an hour, not even realizing I just did that, scrolling through stuff that just upsets me. Even if I agree with it, it's a lot of posturing and standing on your soapbox and shouting, and nobody's hearing anybody else. It's an ineffective way to live, work, play. So I went out of Facebook. At least with Instagram, well, there's got to be a picture. There's something visually interesting for me. With Twitter, it's so much easier for me to ignore Twitter for 2 weeks than it is for me to ignore Facebook.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it's done it. Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger is the modern telephone book.
Yeah, I use that more than anything, and I'm not on Facebook very much. It just seems like it because all my posts to Twitter or Instagram go directly to my Facebook, so it looks like I'm on it.
Excuse me, that is not your conversation that made that happen.
Whatever.
So yeah, I wouldn't mind going over to Google Plus, which I thought 4 years ago that was going to happen, and it kind of flopped, and then there was a few others. So it looked...
Well, I was going to say because Facebook got popular and got its ground and people really dug into it, now they're starting to run away. So let's see if we can do the Google Plus and move everything to that.
Not a bad idea. Do you remember when Facebook first started? Like Twitter, it had a limited number of characters, and you couldn't put photos up. No videos.
Yeah, you couldn't do anything.
It's actually why I moved to it from MySpace, because I was on, like I am now, a limited internet connection, And with Facebook, I could load the damn page.
Well, I liked MySpace because I could change the backgrounds and change things, and I like to do that. I didn't really socialize as much. I just like to play with the
Make your little
graphics,
personal artwork wall thing.
Yeah.
So speaking of Google, there's a new Gmail design that it will be launched in the next couple weeks. And also I have another thing about Google because there's a new data protection law coming out and they're making adjustments for that too.
Mm. So
Google is implementing smart replies for Gmail. So you ever look at Google on your phone, Andrea?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody
All the time.
emails you and there's like 3 responses on the bottom you could just hit and it's like an auto response type thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or they're called smart replies. It's not auto response.
Yeah, I don't like that, but that's me.
So I've used it, but then I type something else after it. But they're going to bring that to the desktop version.
Okay.
Looks like how I have Gmail up right now. On the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, you have here's your folder list. And below that is your Google Hangouts if you have that activated or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
On the right-hand side, they're going to put the calendar.
Mm.
So, here's your, I'm guessing you can change it day, week, whatever you want. I'm looking forward to that one, mostly because of Talk of the Tavern.
Yeah.
For everybody who has not been to our house, and that's really every one of you, in the kitchen, we have a dry erase board calendar that we every month change it out, and we have what shows what day, what guest we have, as well as when we have events like this weekend we're going to Richmond for cosplay in the park. Next weekend we have RavenCon. The weekend after that we have our Talk of the Tavern party, cocktails and conversation. So we need to keep track of it, and more importantly, we both need to have access to it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I know with Google Calendar, we can share our calendars. And I have my email up constantly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we do share our calendars, but I don't use that as much as the one in the kitchen because we're in the kitchen a lot. I see it. I can write on it.
Well, another problem.
It's just a new thing.
Using the one on my phone, it's so small I have to have my reading glasses. And now the one on the computer, I could pull up the calendar, but it's another 2 clicks to get to it. So if it's right next to my email, that'd be okay for me. It'd be better. And we'll see. So there we go. They're looking at redoing that and coming up with some stuff. What else I had multiple ones. Okay, that's a Gmail design. It looks like new design for the calendar. Good, because the calendar is not so awesome. And it's hard to read, and it cuts things off. Yeah. So anyhow, let's put that away. Let's pull up this other article about Google. So this is for Google Analytics, just so everybody knows. And it's titled Important Updates on Google Analytics Data Retention. Really? My phone heard me again. It heard me say Google Analytics retention data, or data retention. So it's looking up analytics data retention.
Funny. So you post all the show stuff on Google Plus?
Do I?
I went to my Google Plus account for Night Owl Creations, and I looked up Talk of the Tavern. And it has posts and yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me go look. I don't even know how to get to my Google Plus anymore.
Plus.google.com. plus.google.com.
Okay. It's always funny when Google Plus has a Twitter account. So let me just look up Talk of the Tavern. I'm just going to contact Google and go, we'll be your show.
I can send you a link. I could put the link in the chat if you'd like.
Oh, okay. Here's what you're seeing there. No. That is YouTube stuff. I have it set so anything I post to YouTube automatically post to Google+.
Oh. Well, it's still there, so yeah, you're on it.
Yeah. It's so yeah, I'm looking at it and I go to Talk of the Tavern. Yeah, it's pretty much just my YouTube videos.
It's still something, you know.
It is something. That's very true. Okay.
Yeah, that's more than I thought.
Oh, here's what I was going to say. Let me close this down, not keep too much up. The above. Okay. So Jeanette says, Facebook, Cambridge Analytica, poisoning of Russian spy on his daughter. We talked about all this before you came on, I believe, except Brexit and local elections. Commonwealth games are inspiring. Like you, I'm fed up with some political posts on Facebook. Eugene, it's not just some of them. It's that there is so many. They now dominate my feed. I find it interesting and even enjoy a good discussion about political shenanigans and life, but I don't want it to be the whole thing I see. And so,
yeah.
Okay, where was I? Oh, this. I remember. It's all coming back to me now. So Google Analytics, there's a new law coming out, the GDPR, which stands for, they don't tell me, but it's, General Data Protection Regulation. It's right there in the title. And they're preparing to meet the new requirements and the new data protection law coming out May 25th. So they're going to be making some product changes to Google Analytics. A couple of things they're going to do. Today we introduced the granular data retention controls that allow you to manage how long your user and event data is held on our servers. Google Analytics will automatically delete your user and event data that is older than the retention period you selected. So it's not going to affect the reports based on aggregated data, because I assume they save, when they do a report, they save that information. So even if the information it was built from is deleted, the final data is still available. And they're like, hey, go look and modify it as you need to. On 25th, they will introduce a new user deletion tool. It allows you to manage the deletion of all data associated with an individual user. In other words, a site visitor from your Google Analytics or Analytics 360. So
that would be good.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's to like delete your account. That's like if you have a Russian bot, which I've had it on my website many times. A Russian bot comes spam your site and you had 44,000 visitors from this Russian bot, which, like I said, I've had that. You can go delete that because that's a total data corruption. You have no idea what your actual numbers are when you see that.
Gotcha.
Now, as always, remain committed to providing ways to safeguard your data, contract changes, updated EU user consent policy, and find out more. So I got that email today.
You okay?
Yeah. So back to fun science stuff.
Yay, science!
Ooh, 3 holes have opened up on the sun, releasing a solar wind that's hitting Earth.
Okay.
So, there's another apocalypse this month.
Oh, this month?
This month.
Interesting.
IFL Science says it's with great sadness that we inform you, once again, it's the end of the world soon. The British tabloids, looking at you, Jeanette, and Fox News have been running stories this week about a conspiracy theorist who has predicted that an apocalyptic rapture will begin April 23rd. According to this guy, planet Earth is doomed because April 23rd, the moon and sun will be in Virgo, as will Jupiter, which represents the Messiah. When this date occurs, a planet system known as, God, I love this one, Planet X or Nibiru will appear in the sky. By October, the rogue planet will pass Earth, and boom, it'll trigger a series of volcanic eruptions due to its gravitational force. Now, Andrea, do you know about Nibiru?
I do not.
Planet X or Nibiru. If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it had a name. I've heard of it, but not sure. So, okay.
So if I'm not mistaken, it was originally from some 1960s sci-fi that had a historic Babylonian base. And people went, this is a great idea. Now, do you remember so many years ago a bunch of people killed themselves because they thought the alien mothership was coming past?
Yes, I do remember that.
In 2012, Nibiru was also supposed to be coming around. Now, for all you conspiracy folks out there, and I love you dearly, but let me tell you something. If there is a fucking planet headed for us, we will know. And if you're like, well, no, the news or NASA will block amateur astronomers from announcing it, you can't. It is impossible at this point in time because what you would have is people looking up in the night sky. And if we could see a comet that is hundreds of thousands of miles away from the Earth, if we can see a satellite that's as large as a car with our naked eye in the sky, you're not going to hide a goddamn planet. I don't care even if it's, not really a planet like Pluto or something.
You hear about Pluto? That's messed up, right?
It is. So, my point is you're going to have a hole in the sky. And like the moon that has no light of its own, or Mars that has no light of its own, you're going to see whatever color that planet it is, even if it's a black rock, when the sun hits it. And it's especially in the night sky. And don't say, well, it only appears in the day sky. What about on the other side of the world? Well, it's blocked by... No. We're always going to see a planet flying at our face. That's that.
What? Unless you're blind.
That's true.
Just saying.
That's a good point. My bad. Then you got to read your Braille computer going, that looks like a planet. So, yeah, in September 2017, there was loads of claims that Nibiru was coming to swallow up our little planet. And Nibiru, by the way, is supposedly inhabited by a bunch of psychic energy beings or lizard people, or it all depends who you talk to.
Planet X?
Yes. Which is Nibiru. It's tomato there.
I wonder if they have a professor.
Yeah, the professor, yeah, good. But yeah, we would have, even an amateur astronomer, or when they release these pictures of the sky and thousands or millions of people go study these and find new planets, black holes, whatever amazing phenomenon, they would spot something.
You would think.
So the one that made these claims in 2017 is the same one making them now. Self-proclaimed Christian numerologist, which you think that'd be kind of anti-Christian, but whatever. Under the pen name David Mead.
Okay.
By the way, he caused quite a stir last year with his Nibiru predictions, much to the annoyance of many scientists. Christian Today, a Christian news company, also seemed pretty fed up with his antics. Writing in September 2017, quote, "It's making Christians look silly. Again, there is no such thing as a Christian numerologist." Well, if that's the only reason they're worried about it making Christians look silly. Yeah, and then they give this awesome list. Mead's track history might not have been too hot, but in case you're still a little nervous about the impending rapture, here's a short but no means exhaustive list of recent doomsday predictions that you have managed to survive. When CERN, started their Large Hadron Collider. In 2008, many were convinced it would create Earth-sized swallowing black holes. People predicted an apocalyptic event December 21st, 2012, because this was believed to be the end date of the 5,126-year-long cycle of the Mesoamerican long count calendar, best known as the Mayan calendar. In 1910, Halley's Comet was supposed to poison a planet. Hold on, Giraffe, it's okay. I got you, buddy. He's having it.
Is he upset about that?
It is. It's bothering. Shinriko, a Japanese cult responsible for a terrorist attack in a Tokyo subway in 1995, said the world would end in 96 between 1999 and 2003, following a Third World War. Media mogul and television evangelist Pat Robertson, God bless his soul, told his audience, "I guarantee you by the end of 1982 there's going to be a judgment on the world." After his prediction fell flat, he then said it would probably happen again in April 29, 2007. During the Y2K...
I don't think it did.
You know what? It could have just been one of my bad days. They're like, oh no, Travis is being judgy again. During the Y2K bug scare, people thought a global computer networks would crash and the clocks turned from December 31st, 99 to January 1st, 2000, sending the world into chaos. And Nostradamus, the king of predictions, made a prophecy that the world would end in 1999. We're going to be okay. The biggest thing we have to worry about destroying our life as we know it is us.
Maybe this.
Well, designed, made for us, by us. I'm curious what this woman, disturbing discovery, made a medieval woman's coffin. Ew, it is disturbing.
What is it?
In a 1,300-year-old grave lie the skeletal remains of a young woman with a hole in her head and a fetus between her thighs. That's just the first line. Let's move on. Where are we going from here? By the way, this is all from the University of Bologna. Not even kidding. All signs point to a normal, proper burial. She's face up in a brick grave. Initially, had the researchers stumped. Now, 8 years after finding the remains in Bologna, Italy, scientists believe they have a bizarre explanation. The woman, between 25 and 35, when she died, according to scientists at the University of Ferrara and the University of Bologna. I want to get some really important degree from the University of Bologna. I just want to be like, I want a lunch meat degree and a religion degree. I have a master's in religion from the University of Bologna. I just want to be able to say that with all... Anyhow, probably not straight-faced. Using the length of the fetus's femur, research estimate the fetus was around 38 weeks, which means the woman was close to her 40-week term. The fetus appears to have been partially emerged from the woman's vaginal cavity, much like we see in a live natural birth, but the head and torso of the fetus were found between the thighs, while its legs were still in her pelvic cavity.
Oh.
It looks like as if the pregnant corpse had given birth. Researchers say this is consistent with a phenomenon called postmortem fetal extrusion.
Yeah, maybe they didn't know she was pregnant.
Well, they might have known she was pregnant, but if she died, they buried her.
They thought the baby died too.
And then this is what the next thing explains, it's thought the gases generated by the body's decomposition causes the fetus to emerge, even rupture, through the vaginal walls.
Oh my goodness.
Now, the hole in her head has an equally rational, albeit gruesome, explanation. Drilled in the center of the woman's skull, so let me look at the picture, it looks to be right about here, where your unicorn horn should be.
Even achieved complete.
Oh.
It was probably from a medieval medical treatment called trepanation, used to treat a variety of ailments. Dating back thousands of years, technique was thought to relieve pressure in the skull. The hole was likely caused by a circular cutting tool. 3 parallel Horizontal grooves are similar to those observed in other cases. This dates back to Roman times. To relieve headaches and seizures and swelling of the brain, they would drill a hole in the skull.
Well, it'll relieve pressure. I put a link in the Skype chat so you can look at it later. It's so you can apply to the University of Bologna.
Nice.
Tells you how to do it.
Yeah, and then the University of Bologna, and then I can also go to the College of Bullshit.
Oh. Okay.
So there we go. So I got nothing funny to close that one with. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I just saw a picture of a fish with 2 mouths.
One at each end?
Nope. One on top
like
of
this?
the other. So you have one here, then you would have one here.
That's weird.
And what I'm looking at here is, and this was in Australia.
Like you do.
The bottom mouth is unable to close. So it looks like it's just a mutant or a Siamese fishy twin. I see you. So, yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Did you want to see the picture?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. By the way, it is 3 o'clock. Do you need another break, or are you okay?
I think I do after the. Oh my God! Yes, after that I do.
Yeah,
oh
I know.
my.
You see, the picture is a bit freaky.
I gotta get out of that. That is so crazy.
Yeah, it's okay. You go do that. I'll go over another article with everybody else because I don't need a break. I'll light my cigar too.
What's true? Fanning? Is that the hole in the head?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's what it's called.
I believe so. If it's not that, it was something really close to that. And besides, Jeanette seems to know what she's talking about. I'll just trust her to get it right. There you go. She needs a higher place to put her sign. Up there. Oh, she got it. There we go. And while she's doing that, I will talk about man raised by wolves, plural, has a few complaints about human society. Hold on, I gotta move my tabs around so I click on the correct one. So it looks like Marcos Rodriguez Pantoja spent most of his childhood in the mountains of rural Spain alongside wolves, wild boars, snakes, with no human contact. So he's one of the few that's gotten close to being raised by wolves. Now he's 72. Not honestly when he was in the mountains with the wolves and stuff. And he's talked to a Spanish newspaper about his life and experiences integrating back into human society. That's funny. I can see the reflection in her sign of me talking from her computer monitor. Okay. So what else we got here with this article? Essentially, he thinks the human world sucks, and he was happier living with wolves. So in the early 1950s, he was around 6. His abusive family sold him to an elderly goat farmer in the mountains. Shortly after, the old goat herdsman died, and he didn't want to go back to the abusive childhood, so he began to fend for himself in the wild using basic survival techniques taught to him by the farmer and watching animals. Over the next 15 years, he claims he lived in caves where he befriended and interacted with wolves and other animals of the mountain range. Gabriel Llaner Manila, an anthropologist who wrote his thesis on Marcos, explains that he has confirmed large parts of the personal account, although other aspects of his testimony have to be carefully interpreted. Marcos does not tell us what happened, but what he believes happened. And that's really true for everybody anywhere with any situation. So, when Marcos sees the snake, gives her milk, and the snake comes back, he says she's his friend. The snake is not his friend. Following him because he gives her milk, he says she protects me because that's what he believes has happened. And if you go watch the episode with Kevin, talk to Kevin about his snake, you'll see more about that. Basically, no, snakes don't have that kind of mental capacity to do those things. But, you know, they of course realize what's a source of safety or warmth or food or any of that sort of thing. So he was rescued from the wilderness at 19 years old by a Spanish civil guard. Ever since, his return to society has been a challenge. He says he's been exploited by bosses in the hospitality and construction industry, as well as mistreated in his life outside of work. And there's he struggles with the emotional coldness of the human world. People laugh at him because he doesn't know about politics or soccer. And almost done with this article, then we can chew it up a little bit. He attempted to return to the wild later in his life, but he says it's not what it used to be because the wolves no longer accept him. You'd have to live out there 15 fucking years before they accept you, at least a generation or two, so you're part of their world. Fortunately, his story is not all gloomy. He still enjoys human contact and considered a friend to many of his neighbors. The environmental group Amigos de Sabores is helping him buy insulation for his house. Marcos is one of the handful of so-called feral children who spent parts of their childhood away from human contact. Although their experiences are often tough, they do provide some insight into childhood, psychology, and what it means to be human. Andrew, any thoughts on the bit you heard? You're muted.
I had to unmute. Okay. So basically he lived with no human contact? Is that what it
Yeah, from about age 6 to about 19.
Where did he live? I mean, what country was this?
Spain.
Oh.
And the
so
snakes, the wolves, and the goats and the boars were all his friends.
Well, there's been other stories like this of wild children, and the children think that the animals took care of them. Like one boy said the monkeys would leave food for him. Basically, they didn't run him away from their scraps.
Right.
So it could be a thing like that. They just acknowledged him and didn't bother him.
He wasn't a threat, but he was big enough and bulky enough, and they've seen humans from a distance. They realize you don't fuck with these things. Andrea, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. But I think the takeaway
mutual cohabitation, probably.
Right.
That's what I see.
And you know, when he gives something to the animal and it returns, he's like, "Well, that's my buddy now." Well, the animal is like, "Well, this is a food source now, and it could kill me, but I can get food." So I think
with our pet.
Right. But I think what we take away from this is not necessarily, oh, did he get along with the animals? We take away human society can be shitty. It can be full of schmucks who, they are going to mock you because you're different or don't know something they think everybody should know. Andrew,
well, this is why there's like crazy cat people who
like us,
like their cats more than people, or the ones that like the birds or whatever nature, because it's easier to deal with than other humans.
When we look at our friends in the autistic range, on the Asperger scale or whatever, and they're confused by human social cues, let me point out they are not confused by social cues from animals. Okay? The reason social cues are confusing, and I speak from vast experience, is because they will tell you one thing, after the encounter, behave the exact opposite,
Well, and with animals, it's usually consistent throughout the generations, and with humans, it changes day to day.
Minute to minute, what they need from you.
Yeah.
You know, with my cats, if my cat is always loving and the next day my cat is bitchy, bites me, scratches me, I know something's wrong with them. Something happened, whether they were just attacked by another cat, they got a thorn in their paw, they won the lottery, whatever happened to my cat, something has changed their mood. And probably tomorrow and the next day, once they all gamble it away in Vegas, they'll be back to normal. Whereas with people, they behave friendly and beautiful to your face, and then you hear from somebody else that you trust and like that they're saying horrible things about you behind your back, and then next time they see you, they're still friendly, or they're friendly and beautiful to your face, and next time you talk to them, they're shitty, and you're like, I don't even know what happened. No wonder we have a whole cross-section of our society that can't read social cues, because social cues are befuddled, to be
Well, people like to play games, I guess, for a power trip.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure, but this happens. And it's like the thing.
In nature, minus certain biped, simians, whatever, you have nobody dominates the others. Your alpha wolf didn't get there by dominating the others. Now, perhaps there was a contest, a fight at some point in time, but he did not go seek the other ones out and beat them down. He defended himself. He took the fight as the fight came, but he didn't seek out fighting as a means of dominating and overpowering the rest. The same with a stallion with a herd, or a warren of bunnies with a buck. They don't seek out to bully and dominate mentally, physically, or emotionally the rest of their pack, herd, tribe, pod, shitload, whatever you want to call them. Murder. No, they're there because, yes, they won the fights that they had to fight, but they did not seek out to fight. Humans are fucked up.
Unlike humans.
Yeah,
I was going to say, humans don't do that.
We are an aberration of nature. Well, how we behave is not normal. And it's confusing and shitty to those that do behave in more natural ways. Like, if I like you, I'm going to go around you. And here are others who are like, oh, I really do like you. But, I don't ever want you around me. What? The fuck? Yeah. Hold on, I gotta open the window a little more. Oh, feel that spring air coming in.
I thought I was on mute. I'm sorry for the crunching. You should have said something.
I wasn't thinking about it. I was enjoying that warm breeze blowing in.
I'm sorry, guys. I try to stay on mute.
What are you eating? The pickle chips?
Yes. Oh my God. Fried pickle potato chips. They're my favorite this week.
Why don't you show them off real quick? Let everybody see that bag. And they're fried, not just dill pickle chips. Fried.
Let's see.
Dill pickle.
That shows on the other camera.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Can you see it? Mm-hmm. Is it good?
Yeah, it's good just like that.
All right.
Okay. I think
I really like them.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Here, check this out. Here, enjoy this.
What?
Time for the roll call for our late night, inappropriate, slightly intoxicated, and very naughty music hour. This is where the faint of heart swoon, parents put children to bed, and things heat up and get steamy. So pour another drink and strap yourself in. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. I figure we're in the third hour. Let's treat the third hour like the third hour. Shh. Jeanette, you still with us? Just give me time to get used to it. I'll make sure I get Jeanette most of the time. Or Courtroom, are
I
you
think
listening?
she is here.
Any musical request. I don't want to play a ton of songs. We got 45 minutes left. I just want to, if somebody wants to hear a song or two, now what I'd request from you is make them indie music for me. Yes, I can play Elton John, but I'd rather play Victor and the Bully or Monty or somebody like that. And if one of you are listening and you know somebody with a band, let me put us in touch. Let me put their music on Tuesday Tuesday. Yes, Andrea?
Well, I like Poison Garden. Aren't they French?
I wrote
Or
it so. They might be
Italian? I don't know. They're metally good. I like them.
Let me go search my music here. But I believe I have them still. Oh, excuse me. Burpee beer. Poison Garden. Yeah, I got Days of Steam and Tonight by them. Here's what I'll do, though.
I want the Tonight version, just because.
I'm going to see if
But either
Jeanette
one, I
has a
like them.
request.
Okay.
If she has a request, I'll put hers ahead of yours. Otherwise, it is all yours. And we'll chat for 10, 15 minutes. Play a song. Chat for 10, 15 minutes. Play a song. I'm done with the articles, though. I'm here to just chat now. Relax. We've had a day or two like this where it's 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which in Europe, that's, what are we looking at here? 26 degrees or so, I think. Oh, let me just go translate. Without having to do the math. How come they don't put it up in both of them instead of making you choose Fahrenheit or Celsius? Why wouldn't weather.com just put it up in both? They're stupid duty heads. That's all I got to say about that. I'm done. Okay, drum roll. It is 24 degrees in Celsius. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I was pretty close. Yeah.
She said Evil Driving Rain by the Waddingers.
Let me see what I have by the Waddingers. I know I have some stuff.
Is that how you say it?
I believe so, yeah. That's funny. My, there it is. I see it. It shows up quicker in one of my things than in the other thing. Right up here. Let's see what we got by the Waddingers for you, Gene. Andrew, you said tonight? Yeah? Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I love her voice in that. It's just, oh.
Yeah, your picture is moving. So I got 11 songs by the Waddingers. And I'm sorry, I forgot what you said. Evil Driving Rain. I do not have that. I have their... Oh, it doesn't even have an album here. Okay, I've got Hanging Man, Long Road Too Far, Weak, Ohio Boys, Mockingbird Hill, Killing Floor, Killer Set, Jackknife Daddy, Gold, and Cotton Eye Joe and Fish Eye Joe. So if you want to pick one of them, I will be happy to play one of them. If you want to get me more of the Waddingers music, I will be happy to play more by the Waddingers. I think it's weather.com. Takes up so much bandwidth. It is chopping up my other stuff. And we're done with that article. I can shut that down. I do want to see, while we're hanging out, doing a little bit of nothing, what other interesting articles are in my trending list, which actually I'm using Facebook for this. So the Sandlot stars reunite 25 years after the release of the classic film. What else you got? Khloe Kardashian, whatever. Billy Mitchell, King of Kong, star stripped of high scores. I don't even know what that is.
I didn't realize it had been that long for Sandlots.
They're video game scores that he's stripped of. Did they finally figure out he was cheating because he had glasses with stuff written on the inside and went by the Fire Blaster?
On what?
What?
Is that from Pixels?
No. Here, let me go ahead and. Oh, we got something exploded on my face. Hey, there's Pipe Art Steph.
Pipe
Glad
Art
to see you
Stephanie.
joining us. Good to see you. We were just chatting about an article I found in the Facebook news feed. King of Kong stars stripped of high scores and banned from competition. So this is on MSN.com. Famed high scorer, not that famed.
But that was on that movie also.
Right, it did have something similar in Pixels. It might have been based after this. So he was
I didn't know it was a true story.
He was officially stripped of his Donkey Kong and other video game high scores and banned from submitting scores to the world's largest tracker of video game world records, following a decision that he cheated. So they'll no longer recognize Billy Mitchell as the first million-point Donkey Kong record holder, and they named the second one. So it comes from after months of research by the administrators at Twin Galaxies, which track world. Yeah? Andrea, did you have something?
Picked a song.
What?
When you're done. She picked a song.
Okay. Well,
when you're done. So.
I definitely
just letting you know.
Okay. I definitely have Mead by Monty. Walking on the Lopside. I don't know if I have that one, but yeah, I can do that. So I'm curious, are these old scores from decades ago? Or are these brand new scores? I'm reading the article with all the technical data. They still don't give a date of his scores. No, still. No. Okay, you know what? I stopped caring. Yes, Andrea?
Okay, I'm on mute. It says 2 hours ago they did this.
No, I don't care when they did it. I want to know when he scored it. Yeah, is this a score from the 1980s when he was 12 years old in a video arcade? Or did he play this on his goddamn computer at home?
Okay, January 10th, 2011
Fortnite
is when he lost it.
Fortnite servers went down. There was like a wait. People were panicking. It was crazy. Tesla. NTSB removes Tesla as a party in its probe of autopilot crash. Okay. Ooh, I'm curious about that. ESPN streaming service launches Disney's digital drive.
It says, they're the highest score. I got a timeline here, and they have some from February 2018.
Okay, so this was rather new.
They started with 1982 with the highest score, and then 2000, 04, 2016. The latest one, February 2nd, 2018.
Okay. I have an article here from BBC.com that I feel is worth sharing. And then we'll go into a song. Okay? Actually, you know what? While we've got this, let me see here. Oh, look at that. I think... Oh, no. Hold on a second. What did Jeanette request? Mead or Walking on the Lopside by Monty. Okay, I know I have Mead. I have Walk a Little Lopside by Victor and the Bully, but do not have Lopside by Monty. So I'll just do this. And let's see. I have two versions of that on two different albums. Yes.
It says also Cassandra's Twin by Feline Lang and Miskin Fitzgerald. Aren't we supposed to have Feline Lang on a show?
Feline Lang is coming on, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull up the schedule to get the exact correct date.
Yeah, I don't have it online.
I think May 22nd. It's in the Google Doc that I made.
Oh, it's not this month. Okay.
Nope.
So that's why it's not on my calendar.
It's May 8th. Feline Lang will be on with us.
She says, yes, that is the one, Little on the Lopside.
By Victor and the Bully, then.
I'm guessing.
No, Walk a Little Lopside is that one. Okay, give me a second. Let me verify everything here. Cassandra's Twin. Let's see what we got there. Pull that up. Yin Yang Twins.
That is totally different.
It is. It is. And then we'll set this. Okay, so you wanted Mead by Monty or Little on the Lopside by Victor and the Bully. Is Monty in that one? I don't remember him in that one, but he might be. Anyhow, yeah, I don't see Cassandra's Twin here, so... Oh, you're okay. I don't mind discussing what the title is. No need to apologize at all. Okay, so we've got something set up. I'll play whatever I feel like out of those few that you mentioned that I have. Mm-hmm. And we'll get to that after this awesome article. You ready, Andrea? So, from BBC.com, marijuana, there was a lot of marijuana missing. Okay, and 8 Argentine police officers have been dismissed for blaming the missing drugs on mice. Now, investigators discovered 540 kilograms, in other words, almost 1,200 pounds of marijuana missing from a police warehouse northwest of Buenos Aires. And the city's former police commissioner, Javier Specia, and fellow officers told the judge the drugs were eaten by mice. Forensic experts.
Like you do.
Yeah, little stoner guys. They're so cute. Yet mice wouldn't have mistaken the drug for food. Even if they did, you would have found a lot of...
I'm going to cheer some cupcakes for the mice.
I'm sure they would appreciate that. Oh, okay. Well, I think that's one that's going to get played there, Jeanette, because I love both of them. So, yeah, the one of them together, I think that needs played. And how have I not ever played it? It's rough being busy. So, yeah, a 6,000 kilogram haul of marijuana has been in storage at the warehouse for the past 2 years. The law enforcement officer's successor, Emilio Portero, noticed the missing drugs when he took over the commissioner's role. And then, yeah, they got internal affairs involved, and yeah. So no dead, stoned mice, just a bunch of missing drugs. Steph, are you listening to us?
That's funny.
Look at you with your blue hair. Look at you. Pipe artist Steph, who followed us a few minutes ago.
She has blue hair?
In her profile picture, she does. So, good to see that. Happy to see that. And by the way, Steph, if you don't know, the music we're talking about with Monty, Victor and the Bully, and all the others, yeah, they're steampunk. So I know you're a steampunk fan also. We have these kind of musicians. Matter of fact, Tuesday we had Bob Eisenstein of Victor Sierra, another very nice industrial techno metal steampunk band. So, okay, see, I still have this picture for the University of Bologna. Like, I'm going to go to Italy, and yeah, I don't think tuition fees,
You can do it online, right?
I don't know, but the tuition fees for the first year are a maximum of just over 4,000 euros. Yeah, we might have to do a Kickstarter for this.
I was going to say Kickstarter, or everybody subscribe to Patreon.
Yeah.
Get him his baloney education.
Yeah, and that's something. I know there's not a lot of folks here during these shows because they're kind of new. We haven't built up the daytime audience yet out of Europe and everything. But we are looking to raise our subscribers here also. And as we do get more subscribers, there will be more cool things that we'll be able to offer everyone that will come with that expansion. So why don't you think about what you haven't done by not subscribing? And Jeanette, I'm not talking to you. You might well be one of our subscribers. I don't remember. I have to go look at the list every time. But it supports us. And if you're at Amazon, and Steph, I'm talking to you if you're listening now. If you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, you can link it to your Twitch account and then subscribe. No cost to you. Throws a couple bucks at us. It also gets us noticed by the management, which then will take us from affiliate to partner and give us more benefits and cool stuff, and thus give you more benefits and cool stuff. Okay, let's do a song. Pop over here to our music, and we're going to do a little Walk a Little Lopside with Victor and the Bully and Monty. Here you guys go.
Oh, please. Sparkling shine. Think about a ditty, something sharp and witty. London town, you're looking mighty fine. Rival on the top side, walk a little offside. Take the line, Victoria. Needing inspiration, play it with libation. Evening's gonna end up in euphoria. We're gonna hit the streets of London town. Music's gonna spin it round and round. We're gonna hit the streets of London town. But liquors, counters, kings without a crown. One more won't do us any harm. Another bar down the street, can't admit defeat. No one here is shaking with alarm. Really gotta go now, train is very slow now. Take another drink for the road. Been a most amazing night, God, you looking bright. Time to head on back to your abode. We're gonna hit the streets of London town. Music's gonna spin it round and round. We're gonna hit the streets of London town. But liquors, counters, kings without a crown. I don't know, but you better put that barmaid down. We gotta get back to the train. Are they running this late? Walk a little lopside. Oh! Walk a little lopside. Walking, I'm walking lopsided. Oh, yeah. We're gonna hit the streets of London town. Music's gonna spin it round and round. We're gonna hit the streets of London town. But liquors, counters, kings without a crown.
Monty!
Yo! I'm
Yeah,
here.
mate, we've
Yo.
got to go home.
No.
You're covered in sick. You've got it all in your beard,
that's
mate.
You're sick, that's not my
You're a
sick.
star.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're a mess.
You are too. Yes. I've really had a lot of fun.
Okay, that was good. I have heard that. Yes?
That's funny. Okay. Hey, Steph, if you go up to the top of the screen where it says subscribe and click on the down arrow, you can go to, and it should give you the option to connect with your Amazon, and then you put in your Amazon
Account information.
account information, and it does that. I just realized I had to resubscribe.
Oh, you just...
But yeah.
Oh, and 50 bits.
It's been a
Thank
month.
you, Jeanette. Appreciate that. Here's to you.
Awesome.
Here's to your face.
Here.
But yes, Steph, feel free to
Try that, Steph. If you don't get it, just let me know. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
She was messaging also via Instagram. So
Gotcha.
I was going to do exactly what you were doing, and let's talk her through it once I was back on air. But you
beat you to it.
Yeah, Andrea, that's kind of her thing. She is the one that constantly mentions the how to subscribe, how to throw bits, and all that good stuff. And Steph, if you're
I was going to say, once you get that set up, I will explain bits. It's really fun, and we have a glass, and you can put severed heads in the glass or cupcakes. It's so cool.
Angry robots.
Angry robots, this is true.
So, yeah, and Steph, you'll get to see different pipes of mine if you're able to join us, which I know you're a teacher. And I know you're a couple hours earlier than us here. 1 or 2 hours earlier because you're further out west in the States.
Different time zone.
So during the summer, you'll be able to join us a lot, though, if you're not, teaching summer school or picking up.
We have 4 shows now. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today, Thursday, is VIP.
Mm-hmm.
If you like the music you just heard, check us out on Tuesday. Even if it's reruns on YouTube. Like we've had Monty and Victor and the Bully on the show as guests, the ones you just heard. It's fun. Some indie music. Get you turned on some new stuff.
And you'll hear a lot of Victor and the Bully and Monty, because here's a horribly selfish truth. I play the people I like most. I play the music I like second most often. So even if somebody has bad music, if I like them, and other people like the music, I will play it. But if I don't like you, let's just say there's a few people who have only had their music played on here till they crossed lines. And you never heard from them here again. Take your time. Let us know if you have any questions. Join in when you can. Go do what you're doing.
No worries.
We'll still talk to you.
Monday was fun. I enjoyed Monday. I know Jeanette joined us for that.
Quit her job.
Bye-bye.
Got a better offer in Houston. Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, but I agree. Monday was a blast. Cooking and cannibalism. And that one is in the evening, though. Evening in the U.S., which means a lot of our UK and European audience.
A lot of recipes for children. Not for them to cook, for you to cook children.
More than you'd think. Then Tuesday, Bob Eisenstein from Victor Sierra. Yesterday, it was me playing a zombie game solo because Andrea had to take care of a few things. But she's like, I'll be gone an hour. And then she sat here for 2 hours waiting to leave. I'm like, how come she doesn't leave now and come back and play? But we did log on last night and play some Lego Dimensions.
I can only leave when it's time for the meeting.
Oh, was it a meeting? I thought you were just going there.
It was a meeting. That's why I couldn't. That's all.
And then today we had a VIP, which, Jeanette, let me ask you, would you ever be willing to join us on Skype on a Thursday?
Well, you're international. You could be a guest.
Well, she could very much compare, the European versus the United States conventions, festivals, etc. But I don't want to push her. Some people just have. Well, you remember how you were with cameras and Skype and everything.
Yeah.
So, some people don't want to be on. They want to hang out and chit chat and have a good time.
And that's fine.
Not come on the show. But yeah, it's.
If you want to educate us, either way, you can pop in some facts in the chat.
Steph says, plus there were jerk faces at the past jobs and needed to vent because I can't post it anywhere else. Zombie games. No, actually, you are more than welcome to vent here, Steph. We will sympathize and commiserate a little bit. If you keep going to fuck on, you are more than welcome to. We will just no longer commiserate because we've got other things to talk about also. But yeah, we're never going to kick you out for it. Absolutely not. And whoever chats in the chat, if you guys go on for 20 minutes about it, relating and sympathizing and making new friends, that's what it's there for.
That's fine.
And a show like today where it's very loose form, we might well carry on with you for 20 minutes. But if we don't take it personal. We just got other things.
Oh.
Okay, Jeanette, if you're willing to, if you're interested to, we can talk about it. And we won't do it on air. But Skype, it's pretty easy to use. And here's a secret. An hour before we go on air, every show, an hour before we go on air, we get together with our guests via Skype to walk them through stuff, check their Skype, make sure it's set up nicely, etc., etc. And it's one of those things on a day like this where we have a very loose formed, you'd be a perfect guest because it would be casual and laid back and interactive.
And we've talked to you before at conventions.
She was a delight, wasn't she?
Yes, she was very nice.
New tweet from Stream Elements at Rage Darling at Carrot Latte Malt. Okay. Thing is, with us, you don't need to install something on your computer. Do you see it in the chat where Stream Elements?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
This is something that Stream Elements, whenever it does a new tweet, it automatically posts it to our chat.
Oh, okay.
So this, and I debate on leaving it or taking it out, because like this is, so it's replying to 5 people, and it says, thing is, with us, you don't need to install something on your computer and use text files. It's all cloud-based, and in your overlay, updates instantly. Much better. So it kind of lets me know what's going on with them.
Yeah.
And if they put out a new update, etc., I get it. If I'm live on air, I get it straight into the stream.
And the good thing is I'm seeing that it does not post on the chat on the screen.
That's correct. Neither does any of our other things, such as when we have here's a
any Stream Elements, yeah.
Right. And I kind of like that. I also need to find a good chat moderating bot. So I'm looking at doing that with, that's why I had it up earlier, like MooBot, Nightbot, and I'm wondering with Stream Elements, I want to say that does the same thing. It does what I need done. So if, go ahead.
Let Jeanette know how she can contact you so y'all can get together later to work out the Skype thing.
Jeanette, just quite simply, you could drop me an email or a Facebook message, whatever is convenient. Facebook message is very convenient. And if you want me to pick one, then just send me one via Facebook message. And so I'm looking at Stream Elements, because what I'm seeing is there are some that every time somebody follows, it automatically says something. And I believe I have that set up also in my Stream Elements. But I want to be able to tweak it a little bit and personalize it a little bit and look at that sort of thing. Are you into your mints again?
No.
It's okay. So
they're almost gone.
Worst it's going to do is frost over the camera when you breathe on it.
I need more. Haribo makes really great mints, and I'm like a bag-a-day habit. I think I need an intervention. Or they need to sponsor me.
Probably the sponsor would be good.
They're really good.
Here's what all the people listening, watching now and later on YouTube can do. You can all just go tweet, tagging Talk the Tavern and Andrea's Night Owl Creations, saying, can you quit talking about Haribo mints unless if they send you some? And they'll get the hint and send you some.
I love these things.
If they even have a Twitter. Yeah, I want to get rid of Facebook.
Find out.
I want to get rid of Facebook. I might keep the Messenger, but the rest of it, yeah.
Well, I started on Google Plus, following Talk of the Tavern and putting my stuff up. I found Kevin on there. I found Elizabeth on there. I'm starting to transition.
I don't know if it'll be any different. It's it's like I said, it's the messenger that I basically want to keep using. But then again, what is Google's... Another big problem I have with Facebook is their algorithm. When I post, I have 1,600 followers, whatever they are, on my Talk of the Tavern page. When I post one thing, if it has a link that takes them to Twitch, YouTube, anywhere outside of Facebook, out of 1,600 followers, it will have usually a single-digit amount has seen this post within 24 hours. Now, that doesn't mean they clicked on it or read it. That means it was in their feed.
Yeah, it's not as many people. I don't know.
If I don't have a link that takes them outside, I will have 25 to 50 within the first 24 hours. And that's ridiculous. When you have 1,600 people, and by the way, it tells me how many follow also. So you can follow a page or you can unfollow a page and you just click like on it because you wanted to support the person who sent you the invite. It's about... The two numbers don't match up exactly, but it's almost the same. It's close enough for me to round up to 1,600.
I'm trying to do more on LinkedIn because it's a professional network, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And the show could probably benefit on there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Just trying them out.
See, with Facebook, I've even paid for posts. And how about having an advertisement that guarantees it's going into the stream of everybody that followed your page? How about that?
I never saw it.
No. It's ridiculous, and that's one big reason I hate Facebook. The negativity buildup that's happening, has happened, etc. That's just the final straw. My camel is broken. I used to use Facebook to keep in touch with the various steampunk groups in the UK and see events. I also share my photos on Facebook. See, what I found is yes to all that. The photos, I'm not so much worried about. If people see me, they see me. If they don't, they don't. But I want to be able to gather information and share information effectively. So, and whatever reason anybody else uses Facebook, I'm not saying anybody else should quit Facebook. I'm just saying it's become too much of a lumbering giant. It is the Walmart of information. And you are getting
I took Facebook off of my phone.
I have been debating on doing that.
I did that, so I have to be on my computer or I have to go search. It's a big process. It's not there in front of my face, so I don't use it very often. I do use Messenger because a lot of people, that's how we communicate instead of email or whatever. It's quicker, easier, and you can do that with groups.
Which, have you seen with Facebook Messenger, you now can assign an admin to a Facebook message group.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that. Oh, yeah, you subscribed. Thank you.
Here's to your health, Steph. Thank you very much. Oh, I just dribbled over it.
Okay. Now, off the subject. Hey, Steph, if you look where the chat box is, you'll see a triangle.
You'll like this, Steph.
Click on the little triangle. Those are bits. It is money for us. Now, you do not have to, you do not have to spend actual money to get them. You can go to the little thing that says get bits and watch videos or watch ads, which are really cool. I watched the one for Greatest Showman so much, we bought it yesterday. So they will work.
And by the way,
but you can watch.
A bit is equivalent to about a penny. So if you're throwing 5 bits, we're getting a nickel. If you're throwing 10,000 bits, that's $100. Go on, Andrea.
And if you watch the ads, you can get anywhere from 5 to 100 bits per video. They're interactive, so you'll have to click on the screen so they know you're watching. You click the smiley face or sad face, whether you liked it or not. It's that simple. But you could also go where you can see you can get 100 bits for $1.40, and so on. There's other ones.
You know, I want to buy that opening one where you get, for like $10, you get a lot of bits. I want to get this.
I did.
Did you do
like
that?
a couple months ago, I bought the $7 one. It's 500 bits, which is like $5, but you can pass it around.
Right. It's and that's the thing is we watch our fellow streamers who I think he's still here. Courtroom, are you still here? He's never actually replied in chat, so he might just be hanging out and then bailing.
And that's fine too.
Yeah, absolutely. You in no way. But oh, you bought some. Now to figure out how to throw them, that's the hard part. It's easy, but to figure it out the first time, you're like, But,
okay, this is how I discovered you can throw several different ones at a time. You click on your little triangle, and then you pick one of the things. You can scroll on the side. There's a little thing to scroll down to see other ones, so you can see the salt, the zombie, the cupcake, and the shamrock. So click on one. Then you'll have your options. You can do 1, 100, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. If you click on the 1 and then go down in the chat box, you can change that 1 to like a 5. And then hit chat and it goes. You can do that, or you click on 1, you do that, and then you go to where it says show all cheer modes. Click on that and you can get a different one. So then you can have a few different ones.
And mention the glass.
And then when you throw your bits at us, we have a little glass here. And they'll go through and they'll fall into the glass. And the glass will get filled up. And then someone will throw in another one and they'll explode and go everywhere. It's really cool.
For it to explode, it has to be over 100 bits that's thrown. And it creates a splash. If it's under that, it just lands on top, rolls off, or whatever. Gotta take.
I like to throw the little heads because you get a little severed head in the glass. And if you're having one of those days, it just makes you feel better.
If you're talking about people you used to work with, it makes you feel better.
So there we go.
There you go. That'll give you something to toy with and play with and all that good stuff. Let's see.
And when you buy the bits, they're not just for the show. You can use it whenever you're on.
Yeah.
On there for any of the other shows or people or whatever.
Which is what I was saying earlier. Courtroom, who is one of our current viewers, I was watching his earlier, and I actually followed him so I can have somebody to...
Oh, that's so cool.
Thank you very much. Here's to you, Steph. Appreciate that. Oh.
And Jeanette.
Oh, thank you so much.
She did one too.
Are they competing? Hold on.
I don't know.
Back over here.
I love the little severed heads. They amuse me.
There we go. Oh, and here's something else fun. Up on top of your chat, in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see 3 names. Devnall, Navy Dad, and Desmond Evers, with an arrow beside them. You click that drop arrow, you guys will see that, Jeanette, you're already at 7th place for the top cheerers, and Steph, you're at 8th place for top cheerers. So there's times it's kind of fun as you're throwing bits. Other people will compete with you. Oh, there you go. I think you may have just moved up. Yep, you're number 6 now. It's good.
Oh, and since you're new, Steph, there's a thing. It pops up every once in a while at Stream Elements. Every 10 minutes you listen, you get 2 shots, which is kind of like points. And you click on the link to Stream Elements, and you can redeem it for things like Travis will do a dad joke, or you can do a sound of applause, or different things like that.
Here, this will be fun. Go click on that link that I just dropped, and it'll open up a new tab for you, hopefully. And yeah, you'll get to see all the stuff you could buy with your shots. There are different sound effects and different goofy things you can make us do just because it creates interaction. So this is what we do. Oh, and also, oh my God, hey, thanks for showing up. Hold on while we take up half the show and just throw links at you. That other link is the newsletter for Talk of the Tavern, so it'll let you know what next week's episodes have coming up. A few videos off YouTube, would you already follow those or see those or something like that. So there you go. You can check that out. Let's see here. Okay, I'm already friends with me there. It looks, what I'm doing is I'm looking at my Google Plus old one, because I used to use Google Plus quite a bit.
What's your old one? Is it Travis or is it Talk of the Tavern?
There was Visitor.
Sounds of Steam. Oh, I didn't know if there was a Sounds of Steam one too.
There might be. I don't know.
Crazy.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to set that aside for now. We only got a few minutes left in the show anyway. We appreciate it. And also, like I said, it lets you interact with the others. There's times, especially on Monday nights, we'll get a group in and they'll just decide they're going to throw up sound effect after sound effect, or ask for a beauty tip from Andrea, make Ed rant, make Kevin read something in a sexy British accent. It's just a good time. And then the bits, whether you're throwing, the smallest amount or whether you're throwing a lot, it's just fun. It's a good time, and we appreciate all the interaction, because otherwise we're talking to ourselves, which we don't need a camera to do that.
I mean, we'll do it anyway, but it's more fun when we have other people.
It is. I agree. And I think we're coming up on the end here, so we've got about 3 minutes left. Now, we might stream video games later tonight. Haven't decided. And
well, I can play and you can fall asleep.
That's funny. So we have electrical skateboard. No, I probably won't tonight. I'm not feeling bad like I did yesterday.
An electrical longboard?
Yeah, it's so
it covers the water waves.
I guess. Instead of the airwaves?
Yeah.
Now, hold on a second, because electrical skateboard is a bot. We know that. I've researched that. But I don't think electrical longboard is. I think that's
We wouldn't have 2 bots, would we?
Oh, no, we've had 3 bots at a time. For example,
that's sad.
Cog Whistle is a bot. Electrical or skateboard is a bot. And then who's the third one we see?
How do you know?
I Google him.
Oh, it's all about the Google.
Okay, by the way, I believe electrical longboard may be... Yeah, they may be a bot, but I don't... Okay, here's the bottom line. I'm looking at their channel right now. Now, they have no videos of their own. They have almost 1,500 followers. Okay? But every 10 minutes, they give away their host. So every 10 minutes, they're hosting a new channel. This gives people... Give
it away now.
Yeah, it gives people a variety to
so they can see different things.
Yeah, and that's, if you're going to be a bot for whatever reason, whatever information you're gathering, good for you. No, that's a decent way to do it. If you're going to be a bot, I don't know. Yeah, and they follow electrical skateboard. So...
Hey, staff, if you go down to the chat thing and you see the little smiley face, click on it, and you can go to the top and get the Talk at the Tavern things that you see floating across your screen now. Or you scroll it.
That's
now that you're a
subscriber-only content, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, she is. Or at the bottom under search for emotes, click all, and you get all these little things, and you can click on them, like Pikachu and a cat with a cup of tea, and then it explodes all over the screen.
And you'll also note you now have little icons next to your name. One you got because you cheered over 1,000. And if you look up there in that list...
Over 100.
Oh, over 100, I'm sorry. Over 1,000, you get a different color one. And over this number, you get a different color one. So you get... It's little status symbols of sorts. You're a subscriber. That's why you have the star next to your name. So you can collect the whole set. for whatever that's
worth.
You'll see next to my name it has the crown because of Twitch Prime subscriber, and then the camera because I'm the broadcaster.
I have a sword.
You do?
I'm a moderator.
You are.
And a subscriber.
You are.
Oh, I cheered 1,000. Oh, I have. That's why it's there.
And by the way, you don't have to do 1,000 at a time to get that.
I never have.
It's total over lifetime. So, yeah. So that's that. It's
5 bits at a time. I've done it.
There we go. It all adds up.
It does.
And we are out of time. I am going to play the outro, and you know what? Let me see who we're rating first, because just in case.
Oh yeah, we're going to rate someone.
Yeah, Courthouse might be up and live again because I did follow some.
And see, Toey's not on.
Oh, so. Courthouse, you're not on, dude. Okay, well, I'm going to choose the next person available. It's actually a rerun from Lady Adarissa. See, this is why I followed more people. I wanted... No, then
is
again,
it a rerun?
We could...
Can you just go to Toey? Is Toey playing anything?
I don't think Toey's playing anything right now.
Toey's hosting us. I think. Wait a minute. I clicked on there. Oh, no, she's got a stream going.
Oh, is she on right
now? Hey,
now?
There's Roosters. It says stream starting soon.
Oh. How soon?
Oh, yeah. It's a rerun, and it starts in like 1 minute or something.
We're gonna
but there's
hang out
chickens.
Well, I've rated reruns before, and I don't mind rating them, but I figure, I'd rather go to Talking Toey because she's a great supporter of ours, and we love her.
She's fun.
She is.
I think in about 2 minutes it does it. It's at 38 seconds right now.
Okay, you let me know when it's on, and I will load up the raid and do our outro music. Hey, Jeanette, Steph, thanks for joining us. Courtroom, if you're actually listening, appreciate you popping in, buddy. We will be looking to raid you at some point in time. This is only our second week doing a Thursday show, so we're going to see some audience growth. We're seeing more and more of our European friends, as well as friends out of the continents of Africa and Asia joining in. So just give us time, we'll build up, and you'll see us raiding you with a bucket load of crazy peoples.
It's very exciting.
It is. It is. It's fun. That's really the bottom line.
It's got about 30 seconds.
I'm gonna stretch. I could do the outro.
It's got less than 30 seconds, but my internet keeps messing up. So.
Oh yeah. And what a raid is for you guys who are kind of new here. Raid is us. Oh, there you go. See, we need to.
Oh, it started.
Okay. A raid basically transfers everybody who's watching our show over to somebody else's. So it kind of gives you the continuous thing, builds community, etc.
And you could check it out, throw a bit, look at it or leave or, whatever.
It's all one word,
it's up
right?
to you.
Talking Toey?
Yes.
No underscore.
No.
Okay, let's do this. Thanks for joining us in the discussion shenanigans tonight.
This.
You are the one thing
Learn
that
a
makes
new
the
thing,
show what
meeting
it
new
is.
people.
Don't forget to join us at the Tavern next week. Until then, have fun, keep learning, and be good to one another. Now, raise your glass in good cheer. Enjoy the small moments every day and steamy dreams every night. Still too much lemon.